Alright, let's go ahead and start setting up the stream here. So it is... Blue 4 is attacking 3 up for Sekers. Blue 4 is going to have... Oh. Alright. It's a 10% numbers advantage. A Warrior IFV. 2 Land Rover HMGs. 2 RHIB HMGs. And what was that last thing? Transports. Cool. Well, Up 4 has a BMP2. Wow. A VOD, an MTLB, a Dishka UAZ, and transport. Now it's just a question of, can I spell everything properly? Yep, and I think the map is still on for 2035. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Barb should be joining us momentarily. Here, I'm going to drop down a channel real quick. Put that in chat, then go back upstairs. Alright, so I guess those will come in momentarily, and then I have to go pass over the multi, so let me go ahead. And put up... Where's F&F Media? There we go, okay. So I can have that section ready to go, and... And I'll be updating that link as we continue on tonight. Alright. So, let's see. It's gonna be about 100 players, so let's go ahead. We won't put the numbers up. I don't feel like it. Alright, so, I mean, yeah, I just went from like 50 to 80 in a few seconds. You're seeing the activity feed fluctuate there. Barb is on the server. He's just muted. Probably doing an intro. That's A-okay.
Send in GOAT Team 6 now.
Friday night 5-5-ites.
There's no way that this is legit. Someone just sent me a Twitch URL. Who calls themselves? He's doing the freaking peace sign on me, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Alright, go, chat, can you quickly go say, he has follower only on, follow him for a second, call him a freaking goober, and then get back over here. I'm gonna go put him on the multi. Who calls themselves that? Oh, man. I can't take that seriously. Gotta be follower for 30 minutes to be in that chat. Damn. All right, I'm sorry, guys. If that's it, then that's whatever. Yes, Boo? I've seen this episode, so if you want to go upstairs and watch it, feel free. I have to continue with FNF. Don't worry about it. No. I don't even know, but they have a really interesting username for Twitch. Bussy Squirt. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to work, okay? We shall never speak of this again. We shall never speak of this again. I don't want...
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care anymore. I'm just... Yeah, just stop saying it out loud, please. I don't want to hear it anymore. Oh, my God. Archer, thanks for the 4-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Boo, I cannot hear you right now. What? No, just... Oh, my God. It's not Barb's alt account. Don't worry. I'm surprised TOS allowed that through. Like, usually Twitch is really strict about shit. Like, unfairly strict. I don't know how he got away with that one, but all right. You know, good for him. If that's what he wants, it's what he wants.
Honey, it's because it's too Gen Z. They don't understand.
Yeah.
Yet.
Hey, Red 05s. Good luck, man. It took me like 5 or 6 months to get partner, if I recall correctly. And it was funny because I applied for it, got denied, applied for it a second time, heard nothing back. And then, like, I think 4 months after the second application, they sent me a thing saying, hey, you want partner? I'm like, what? What?
I know why they're not flagging it. It's because it's too
I don't want to
Gen-
talk about it.
It's
No,
too
no,
Gen
okay,
Z.
nope,
They
nope,
don't
just
understand
go upstairs.
it.
I don't want to hear it. Please, Boo, I'm working. Shut up! I regret saying anything to you, okay?
Aw.
I'm sorry.
Do you regret giving me kisses?
No? Is that what you want? Goober.
I got kisses.
Yes, you did.
Is she repeating the name? I can repeat other things in your head.
Is it hard to Zeus with multiple of them? Of them what? What are you doing? That's my headset, woman.
I'm here to talk about your extended war.
Why are you pulling my headset away and whispering that you want to talk about my extended war? I don't even have a car. I bought you yours. Just go. Please, Boo. I'm working. Why are you putting the pan on my head? Stop it.
I'm making you pansexual.
That doesn't make someone pansexual, you...
Could have fooled me.
Get out of here, you... Boo. Boo. Boo, Bloodwing. Boo.
Boo.
How you doing, Barb?
Boo. I'm not. I'm blood. Hi, Bar.
Wait, one?
Yep, nope, take your time. I'm just being harassed.
Well, that's nothing new.
Yep. Can I please work? Please? Oh my God, go. I gave you everything today.
I think there's one thing you didn't give her enough of, though.
What did I not give her enough of, Barb?
The dick.
Barb says I didn't give you enough dick, apparently. Do you want to respond?
Enough dick?
Yeah. Wait, no. Don't respond. Just go upstairs. Oh, I'm OPRB. Just
Oh, God.
Just go.
Oh, what have I done? I don't know what I've done.
I hope you enjoyed
One
today.
last kiss and I'll leave.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
I probably messed something up really bad. Sorry, Liru's chat. I hope they're fighting over.
Shh. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh no.
Yes, we're doing FNF. I said I would be doing the NA branch, just they banned me from the EU branch today.
I don't like this. I don't like that noise.
So next week we'll be doing both. So, yeah. No, I'm just clarifying in my chat why I wasn't here, or that I am doing NA tonight, but they weren't letting me do EU. But I'm not gonna go into.
switch positions, which normally.
Yeah, that's weird. No, normally you're on the bottom, but anyway.
Yeah, today I was on top today. I was really good.
It's a weird experience.
Yeah, it was really weird being on the ground. You know, it was a very different kind of experience. Very, very humbling.
By the way, top means you commentate, bottom means you play. For those in chat that are confused with what we're going on, because you know when you're on the top, you know you have like the bird's eye view of the commentator chair. Bottom means you're playing.
Yeah,
you know,
commentators.
if you're one of the ground bitches, the tops watch. You know, it's just how it works.
Yeah, we don't make the rules.
Why is everyone bonking, man? It's weird.
I'm watching your chat. Not enough people are bonking you. I get more people to bonk me.
Girls have cooties? Yes, be careful.
They also have.
Next thing you know, you're going to buy a house with them somewhere and get stuck.
Sounds gay.
Yeah. And then she'll buy a bait rigging set and you'll get stuck again.
Did you see my outfit?
Oh, yeah, you're wearing... yeah, no, I dipped into EU on your stream just to see that you were with a camera on the bottom right of your mouse, or, excuse me, screen with a maid outfit on and a balaclava. So, good for you, Barb.
Not only that,
Okay, yes, and you had a tail plug-in. I know, okay? Calm down.
No, they didn't know about that. That
one... I'm
it's
sorry
not...
for telling them.
No, it's fine. It wasn't big enough to really be shown or to be seen from camera. The tail wasn't long enough. It was the last thing. But I did buy a bra and padding.
Ah.
So I now have tits.
Why?
Money. Money.
You know, I'm just gonna go write my prediction now for round 1. Yeah.
Morlock asks, so when do I force Liru into a matching outfit? That's when Bloodwing gets horny. When Bloodwing gets horny, then she puts all the males of the household into maid outfits and does things to them.
I'm not gonna say anything. Anyway, it's round 1 for NA. We'll be trying to cover all 3 rounds tonight. And then I'll probably either do DayZ or chill. What about you, Barb? What are you going to do after the stream, if anything?
Nothing. I got a huge day tomorrow. ESM did... well,
yes,
here,
he reached out. He gave me what I need.
Good.
I'm going to get that set up tomorrow before Sunday's event. Or wait,
Saturday's
no, it's tomorrow. Yeah, it's Saturday and
Yeah.
Sunday. My bad. So I'll set that tomorrow.
It's not too hard to set up, but I would still give yourself a good hour and a half just in case, because it can be a little finicky. But it is a very cool system.
He walked me through it. It looks pretty cool. I just want to make sure it's
awesome.
You know, set it up after DayZ, but before the event and get tested. He said I'll be on all day to look at it. So
perfect. Yeah, no. So that's gonna be
tomorrow.
Diver, I
saw you. I'm sorry.
For both of us, and Sunday for myself.
Chat ate that message up. Hope you're doing all right.
I'm also doing some VR tomorrow.
And Nightstorm, thanks for 14 months.
Pretty much just go to bed right after this.
Hope you keep enjoying the episode. Be a nice kick out of the scenario.
Doing it. I actually managed to organize a little community thing. I'm not too much of a group planner, but I managed to wrangle up a good 8 or 10 people to play some Pavlov tomorrow. So I'm really excited.
It's a good job. I got to organize some of that stuff myself. I've been pushing it off because I've been working on other events like checkpoint RPs, pay for pains, redoing of MCOs because of DDoSing issues. But, you know, just improvise, adapt, overcome. That sort of bullshit.
Yep. Always love overcoming. Coming over.
See, I think you did that on purpose, all right?
What? DDoS you? No.
No. You know what? I have the perfect reply for you. Ready? Ready? There you go. Have some of that. I know you like it. Yeah, I know. I'm the reason.
It's great. Even with the balaclava, I have a hotkey on my stream deck to just fade out the webcam so I can go.
Well, you don't just drink through the balaclava like a true Chad?
No.
Oh.
No. Because, well, no, both of ours, it's like the
cold as long as you distinguish what duties are done by what
material. It's very breathable, but it's still like,
and I'm not adopting anyone.
Spitting into that, you're sweating into it, you got hairs going in there. That's nasty. That's unhygienic. Alcohol may sterilize, but it doesn't sterilize that.
What the hell are we even talking about? Don's asking what the hell is wrong with you, but use the F word instead.
That's very unbecoming of Don. I can't believe they would use the F slur like that.
What?
Huh?
This is why Leia beats you. I'm just gonna put that out there publicly.
Not nearly enough.
Yeah.
Not nearly enough, apparently.
Apparently you'd hate New Jersey then.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who doesn't hate New Jersey? You hate New Jersey, and you're from fucking Virginia. You're like 3 states away.
I've never openly said I've hated a place, but okay. Unless it's a bad restaurant. Yeah, right, Nightstorm.
There's a joke to be
I
made
know.
about that being your caveat, but I will abstain.
Okay. I'm just waiting for the event to begin so I can maybe grasp at a little bit of my sanity here, but...
Yeah, that shit's long gone.
Most stressful op I've ever
Now my
done.
chat's telling me to hydrate a bunch because they're calling me drunk, I guess.
CCO6.
So we'll see if I make
wasn't
all
an op
3
by
rounds.
Zeus. If you
It
beat
was-
an op
it
by
was a long
Zeus,
EU.
probably the first round of...
surviving all 3 rounds kind of takes a toll on you in a way that dying doesn't.
My first op with Jester 814, for Jester 814, I would say second would be Splendid Squad. But they're miles apart. You're from New Jersey. I haven't been there in 45 years.
Man, they're taking their sweet time.
Wonder what they're talking about. I bet it's the weather.
What the staff doing?
What the staff doing? I don't want to sling mud, but I want to say something really, really bad.
Do it. Fuck it.
All right. What the staff doing? Oh, they're banning Liru from streaming EU today. What the staff doing?
Oh, man. They're cloud chasing, man.
No, okay, we can't. Oh, shit. I opened the door. I'm sorry. I'm going to get yelled at for that later.
Send in
Oh,
goat
my
team
God. I'm going to get
6.
yelled at for that later. My God.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm the one who said it.
Yeah. I'm still going to get blamed. All right, here we
Of
go.
course. Of course.
All right. Cross, thanks for the 9-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Favorite horror op, I'll let you know in a second. What the staff doing? That's gonna be my new thing to say when I see an administrative call made in op, like when they respawn a helicopter.
Yeah.
I will totally bring that up. Okay, and then I'll talk about why I wasn't in EU today next week, because I want to let a week blow over before we open that can of worms. But anyway, an F&F operation by Banks. The temperature is 15 degrees Celsius.
Very good. I'm glad you remember what C stood for.
I know. I thought I was going to say centigrade for a second, and I realized, wait,
that's
no.
incorrect.
Oh, it is?
Centigrade.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, centigrade is like just another way of saying it. It's weird.
All right, anyway, background. 10th of September, 1983. It's been 3 days since the British once again had their noses bloodied, trying to gain some kind of foothold on the occupied British overseas territory of Malden. So you got to remember, every operation there's been 2 other ops in this little mini campaign. They've been making the following mission based off of the previous one. So 2 times the British have tried to assault this position. Both times have failed. So we'll get to that for predictions. But anyway, amid rumors of U.S. reinforcements en route from South Atlantic, a platoon of British paras, Blue 4, are mounting an aggressive land, air, and sea assault on the Soviets' OP-4 main operating base northeast of the coast of the island. Or the main island, excuse me. Under increasing pressure to resign, surely must be the Prime Minister's last roll of the dice. The British simply must not fail. Who said that my party was all over? Mission rules: squads are obligated to stay at their starting locations. The commander is free to move around. So I guess that's probably why they took so long, is they have specific areas that they want the squads to be in for, I guess, land, air, and sea, quote unquote. But that would be my best guess. I do notice Blue 4 has 3 teleport areas on the sides of the AO, but I guess we'll get there when we get there.
Now.
Game mode is going to be sectors. So how this works is, as Honest Op 4 has a person that is alive and as an infantryman in the sector, meaning they're not in a Vic, they're not unconscious in this dark red shaded area, Blue 4 cannot take the sector. How they take the sector is just by entering the sector with someone that isn't, unconscious or dead or in a vehicle. So as long as Op 4 is fully cleared out, then Blue 4 will take the sector. Blue 4 has to take all 3 sectors to win in the 50-minute round. Excuse me. Mission variables: 900-meter render distance. Defender fortify points have been reduced to 75, probably because the base already has a lot of natural buildings that are easily defendable. Usually it defaults at 125. No magnified optics, no NVG equipment. Usually if the option is blank, it means no, which is for me under magnified optics. Blue 4 has only AT rounds, 2 per person, which means 2 per AT gunner and AT assistant, and there's 2 of those per fire team section, which we'll see, so 4 per squad. But Op 4 does have some HE rounds. I haven't really been seeing a lot of HE round plays recently, so we'll see if that changes today. Barb, how do you want to do this? You want to go over players, uniforms?
I'll go over sectors and I guess uniforms. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. For blue, for Blue 4, let's start with the assaulters.
Yeah, Blue 4 is assaulting, and they are going to be, well, typical Blue 4
Gretchen,
force.
thanks for the 14-month resub. I hope you keep doing the operations.
They are going to be
a nice
1980s British Paras, as Liru mentioned. Rocking M81 or slash, I guess it's DPM technically, whatever it is they call it. It's the British woodland camouflage.
It's
with,
DPM.
With pretty much everyone has either a red beret or we see a few like camouflage beanies. So everyone is going to be very easily identifiable from a distance.
Looks like the camo beanies are for the scout players with the suppressed weapons.
Yeah. As far as loadouts, they have the choice of a Colt carbine or an FNFAL 50.61 para model with Browning high powers as a secondary. Supports get either a Bren light machine gun in 303 British or an FN mag in 7.62 NATO. The Bren light machine gun, in modern terms, is more of an auto rifle, and even then, it'll only even have a 30-round box magazine, so nothing too crazy there. Lat is going to be an M72 Law. Recon gets the sniper gets an M24 sniper in 7.62 NATO, and the support teams get M14s and M3 grease guns suppressed. And crew and aviation get either a Sterling SMG or a Colt carbine. As for assets, they get 1 CH-47 for some transport, so that'll be from the ships probably. 3 Land Rover 110s, 2 ribs, 2 other ribs, different model I guess. 3 motorbikes, an FV510 Warrior IFV with no, that's a 30 mil. No, that thing has an autocannon.
6 rounds of 17 mags for HE and AP.
So that's 60 rounds plus another 7. That's going to be another 30. So about 100 rounds of each, give or take. That's still a lot, especially for HE.
Autocannon fight, finally. We get to see it again, except I think both sides will have, because that means the BMP2 is not going to be rescripted.
Hopefully not. We'll see.
Oh, baby.
We'll see. Then it's got a 7.62.
Real quick as well, the ones that don't say unarmed for RHIB are 2 with 50 cals on the front.
Ah, I see. Yeah, they got multiple belts too, even some tracer ones. But yeah, that FV510 has a 30 mil autocannon and then 7.62 coax and some smoke screens. And finally, some WMIK Land Rovers with HMG M2s on them. You want to go ahead and hit those players?
All right, so for Blue 4, scrolling up to the top of the roster, we have Farks commanding. I don't know of him commanding, so probably...
We've seen Farks around, but I don't think he's been really commanded, or I don't think he's commanded that often.
So we'll see what he's capable of pulling today. Arcor is going to be his platoon medic, Galil from TSB, taking on squad lead for X-Ray. He's got Sam, Lolo, Revanche, Katarino, and Reaper, so that's a full TSB squad there. Looks like Reaper... and Katarina both taking suppressed Mark 14s for this one. Revanche. No, he's being the 2IC. It's Lolo taking the sniper. I've noticed that the sniper role now goes over the 2IC role for that team for whatever reason.
It's a weird, weird architecture.
All right. So we have Montgomery leading Alpha HQ. I can't remember if he's second NRB or 29th ID, but he's decided to keep his 2 teams separate. Lee leading Alpha 1 with Dog 4, Parkour, Bayans, great player there. Norris, also a great player, but playing medical. Usually we like to see him on machine guns. And Eagle and Ginny is also jumping into that group. Alpha 2 led by Drake with Green Shade, Tantal, Carlson, and Maz together. Bravo HQ looks like they've decided to merge the groups. It's Artisan leading with Coop, Elm Tree, Dogbird, Absorbed, Korvac, Geary, Sideways, and Coda. So a few Papega members, Artisan, Coop, Coda, and Sideways playing in there. I think Korvac might also be... no, Korvac isn't. Gary and Korvac are, I don't believe, Papega, but that's besides the point. Charlie being led by Steve, but it looks like it's just going to be a small team with Crab, Ace, and Spot'em together. And then Delta has also all merged under Delta 1, leadership being Pierce, and this appears to be our large group of 1RW. Looks like they're also playing around with the Mora. Chult is going to be flying the CH-47, and then Ruckus is filling in right now under Bravo 2, which means he'll probably get merged with the Bravo group. So overall, pretty decent roster there. A few good notable heavy hitters, some good communities, 1RW, 29th ID. I think a few members of 2nd MRB in there as well. Again, could be wrong. I always get the Milsims confused because, you know, they have the same exact rank structure. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But it is important to note, out of the 3 missions that have been done between this specific faction and the Soviets on defense, the Soviets have won the previous 2 matches. However, we'll see what the difference is with the autocannons, because I'm pretty sure a Warrior is better than a BMP in a few different ways. So we'll see if that gives them a tactical advantage. But let's go ahead and look at Op4 here.
Yes. So Op4 are going to be 1980s Russian Army khaki. So that M81 uniform in just plain Jane khaki. Nothing crazy there. SSH 68s, I believe, their helmets. So they, I don't know if the berets are modeled with armor. I know FNF config changes a few things, but I don't know if it changes that per se.
It does. So it's supposed to streamline all the uniforms, vests, and helmets to having the same armor ratio. So technically, those little hats can help protect them from like stray shots of 9mm. But usually, if you get headshot in FNF, you're done. So
yeah, no matter what. Yeah. As far as weaponry, they're going to be using 545 AK platforms. So we
someone
see
tried to join in the server with
AK-74s.
Bloodlust.
Yeah, someone else tried to join in
beautiful.
with JSRS as well. So that'd be interesting. Hey, Bloodlust with the autocannon? Hell yeah, sign me the fuck up. I'd pay money to watch that. But yeah, AK-74s, AKS-74 UNs, RPK-74Ms. As far as 545 weaponry, support also gets the option of a 7.62x54 rimmed PKM. Lat is going to be the RPG-26. Recon actually gets a railed Mosin Nagant sniper. So,
but the marksmen get the SVD, and then Blue Force marksmen get the 20-round Mark 14. I always find that funny that the snipers get weaker platforms sometimes now.
I mean, it's a matter of precision rather than volume of fire. You know, especially, and we see that more with like the M24 or the T5000.
Barb spectating with me, so we're in the
same kind of
the booth, as we like to call it,
but full-sized cartridge. But with it being a sniper rifle as opposed to a DMR, there is a higher level of precision at longer ranges. That is the appeal. At M38, though, that is a carbine version of the Mosin Nagant. So it's a shorter barrel. It's not going to be as accurate. It's not going to be nearly as precise either. They're going to have the scope, so but really, I think they're going to be effective out to 300-400 meters tops. Past that, they're really rolling the dice as far as accuracy.
Oh, man. It's that question again, Barb. The crew in aviation, which gun do they want?
Oh yeah,
tough
which
choice.
one do they want? It is a tough choice between the U and the. Actually, no, it's just the UN and the UN this time.
So yeah, no, this is this is what originally started the meme for me of
Yeah.
I don't know, just.
Oh man.
I mean, I guess I'll wait till we break down the sectors. I think that's the best time to break down that weaponry there. But we only got 4 minutes before the round starts, so let's go quick.
Before we move to assets, I do want to bring up the tables. They're on both sides, but it's easier to see here on the airfield. These black tables, part of the new FNF config, are actually the briefing tables. I forget what mod it is that it's called, but players can go up to these and actually spawn a diorama.
Oh,
of
Sab's
the
briefing
objectives.
Table, right?
Yes, that's the one. And so they've integrated that amazingly. When I was on the ground, I was able to see these firsthand.
Cool.
You can switch between the 3 different sectors or objectives.
I think Falcon's playing, yes.
On map, each side gets to see which side's briefing tables. Each one is assigned to a different squad, so they can see if Alpha's looking at Sector 1, Bravo's looking at Sector 3. They can go, hey, Bravo, you need to look at Sector 1, and have looking at the right objective. It's really, really slick. Fucking kills your FPS like nothing else.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard from Falcon.
But once you get away from the spawn, once safe start ends, I think they all despawn, and so you don't have to worry about it anymore. But it's a very, very, very slick system. It's very nice.
There he is.
But moving on to those assets, we do have very quickly. I'll start off with that BMP. 2A42. That thing has 340 rounds of HE, so about 3 times the amount that the Warrior has, as well as 160 rounds of armor-piercing discarding Sabo. So essentially the BMP2 is going to be... speed is probably going to be fairly similar. Maybe the BMP might be a little faster.
Nah, the Warrior is going to be a little faster, have slightly better control, but the BMP has more ammo here.
Yeah, BMP has more ammo and a very fast fire rate if it wants to. It can really shred a mountainside. Just
I think one-on-one, if both targets saw each other, the BMP would win that fight. Especially, you got to also consider this, though. The Warrior only has it in magazines, which means it can't go fully automatic. There's going to be a slight delay for it to reload those shots. So if it's not able to make those 6 AP shots, how many was it? Yeah, 6 mags of 17. So if it's not able to make those first 6 shots of 30 millimeter, they're going to have a slight delay to work with as they get the new magazine in, which is probably only be like a second, maybe half a second. But the BMP, I mean, that fire rate is literally...
Oh, it's
quick, and that thing, since it's on a full salvo, it'll got a freaking Vic.
So yeah, we'll see how they match up. They may get taken out by HC. They may get into a fight. Other assets for Op4 include 2 open UAZs for transport, a Vodnik with a PKT. Actually, no, not even a turret, just like hatches.
Yeah, 2 PKTs, one front, one rear.
Exactly. An MCLB with a PKT, so fairly lightly armored APC, but still armored. And then a Dishcom UAZ, so that could also potentially, maybe if it got around the side or the rear of the Warrior, take out some of the weaker armor panels and pierce through those. But that is going to be it for Op4. So really quickly, Liru, if you want to go through the roster,
of course,
as we get started.
All right, we got Despo, commanding, great commander in my opinion. Time Mech is his 2IC. Grav leading X-Ray. Falcon, I saw he already took an AS Val. He's got Twins and Fred being the marksman, so I'd assume Twins is the other suppressed shooter. I see him with an AKS 45 round magazine suppressed AK. We've got Arcane leading Alpha HQ. Gretch and Nader's going to be taking the BMP. I don't know how they're going to do. I haven't seen them before taking that type of vehicle, so we'll see how that goes. Alpha 1 has Geary James, Danny, PFC D. It's D Barnes, but the Barnes gets cut off. Chaos Kai and Zombie Sniper. Dobbs, Iander, Whiplash, Pearton, and Frost are playing under Bravo 1 with Whiplash leading. Chad, Zeist, and Bobby are going to be under Charlie HQ. Zeist and Seiko taking the MTLB. Chadwick leading Charlie. Charlie 1 being led by Grr with H2, Viper, Jack Mick, Thyrib, who has the most interesting Twitch URL, but I'm not going to get into it, and Jake B. Oddball leading Charlie 2 with Heinrich, Lurch, and Jack. Delta HQ with Derek leading, and then 2 teams with Bridges leading Delta 1 with Cosmot, Martin, Miller, and Warwick. Those might actually be the 29th ID guys. And then Patriot, Olaf, Blam, and Give Me Your Milk. What a name, under Delta 2. Now, round has started, so we're not going to get into the AK joke, but it looks like Blue 4 has a 3-pronged attack here. We're seeing forces and boats. We have a Chinook up in the air, but it looks like it is a false flag style operation they're doing. I think they're going to fake an LZ on the southern side to make Op4 think that Blue 4 is landing to the south. Now, we actually see this maneuver done quite a few times with louder helicopters. They'll have the helicopter land somewhere in the AO close enough so their enemy can hear it, but far enough that the enemy can't see the LZ. So then the helicopter will go in, do a fake landing, and then leave, and then the goal is to get the enemy commander to at least send something down there to waste that asset's time so that the other parts of the attacking faction can then get in there, hopefully with a weakened defensive line, because Op4 or the defenders in this any case were committed to looking at that LZ, and that'll hopefully give the attackers an easier time to punch through whatever lines are going through. But I'm a little worried about these boats because you got the BMP down here, and the BMP can shred those boats. I'm actually really worried about those boats because the BMP has an autocannon and it's going to shred those boats. Thankfully, the spotter's looking south at that fake LZ, but if they look out to the horizon, actually they might be fine. The render distance is 900 meters, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, the boats are a few hundred meters away. So this would be, if you hit page down 4 times, that's about the render distance that the player base has right now. So I'm going to keep that render distance for this mission so we can accurately see if the BMP will be able to spot those boats or not.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure they're looking out there. And yeah, it's a very good point with the helicopter.
BMP does not have the ATGM launcher. That was
I
removed.
think it would have been if he had chosen a bit closer to the airfield for that fake LZ. If he had chosen maybe that lighthouse right on the coast with the 2 buildings.
Yeah.
Tried to land right on the beach right there with some decent defilade so it could land, loiter, have that attraction from the noise and the dust and everything, and then fly away. Maybe that would have gotten more attention. But just this time, just wasn't lucky. That's all it is.
X-rays are within about 150 meters of each other, but it looks like they're going to pass each other. Blue 4 going east, Op 4 looking west directly on the MSR. It's a bit risky for Op 4 to put X-ray right on an MSR that Blue 4 could be using to maneuver into the AO. Granted, Blue 4, they're taking a more direct route, but...
Well, you see Blue 4 and Red 4 X-ray, right? Yeah, they are 100, 200 meters away
150.
from each other.
That's what I was calling out.
Amazing, dude.
It just goes to show you the fog of war that you see in FNF sometimes. You'll have people literally pass within a few meters of each other and not notice.
I will respectfully disagree because I don't think that's the case here at all. And I'm speaking from a little bit of experience. That wasn't a sarcastic cough. That was an actual cough.
Gotcha.
But, I played X-ray for the round 2 of EEU, and X-ray
helicopters
teams
in view of the BMP.
Alike.
Yep.
We ran into the other side's X-ray team on pretty much the exact point that we were going to. So to have the 2 teams cross by each other so closely is less coincidental and more just common sense. However, the fact that they haven't spotted each other is more luck. And we do even have Grav, who's looking back out to the east with his binoculars. If he was looking more northeast, he might even be able to spot that Blue 4 team. I'm telling you, like, playing on the ground for just a few rounds, like, it gives me I've been shown
It gives you good perspective, yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Again, and we say this fairly often, but we are spoiled watching through the spectator's camera. We get to see everything as it pans out.
BMP might get a shot on the helicopter in a second. Chinook's coming within the 900-meter render distance.
Yep, so now it's trying to redo that landing, I think. And yeah, there's some machine gun fire. That BMP might open up on them soon. No, that was the BMP. I'm surprised he didn't open up with the autocannon. Especially when it was relatively still, some AP would have taken that thing out. So that is very surprising.
Yeah, open with PKT instead of
let's give
it's
him one
AP.
more.
HU, a few shots of HU would have fixed that.
Either HE, AP, either way, just that autocannon.
I mean, Schultz still being forced to land here. I'm wondering if it's...
No, it's the thing.
He's faking it out, yeah.
Yeah, so I think he realized that no one was taking the bait for the first run.
Yeah.
And now he flew a little bit closer and it got a little bit more attention. But Red 4, credit to them, they are being very disciplined and not trying to go out. They don't really have too much mobility to do that, to facilitate a push out of the airfield. But I mean, they're just kind of observing it and I think noting it, which may still have a nagging thought in the back of leadership's head. Like, oh, they could come from the south. The helicopter did land over there and flew away, so maybe. So even though they're not sending anyone now, it may still have an effect.
Nemesis is breaking my heart.
leadership.
Nemesis is breaking my heart.
Leadership.
Nemesis is breaking my heart. He says the information for the VIX is incorrect. Apparently they don't have autocannons. They're teasing us, Barb. They're teasing us.
It's cock and ball torture, dude. Just blue ball us.
Yeah, so normally the info is correct in here, but if we have an FNF staff member coming in...
Right.
Well, I mean, it's okay. I mean, so I guess that would mean that the Warrior would only have like a 50 cal and a 240 Bravo coax then if this isn't correct.
Yeah, and it'd be the same with the BMP. It'd probably be
12.7 and then the PKT coax.
Yeah, one of the two.
Well, I was hoping we'd have a little bit of vehicle violence, but hey, you know, it happens.
Cholda's coming back in again, and I think Red 4 might be wise to the game at this point, because that's just all he's doing is flying back to that same spot and just dropping off nothing.
See, here's the thing. If you constantly do that feint, though, it makes the other two feints weaker, because all you hear is the helicopter going around in that position, in my opinion.
Yeah, and my chat's saying the exact same thing. Problem with the double fake is that it makes both fakes more obviously fake.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a triple fake at this point now. He's gone and landed there 3 times. The one pickle I see Blue 4 in right now is where they have their units placed. So most of their units are going to cross on the northwestern side of the airfield, which is a massive kill zone, mind you, an open airstrip. You're going to probably see a lot of casualties there, especially if OPFOR redeploy some of their 50 cals and heavier guns to overwatch this land strip. Yes, you'll have smokes popped. Yes, you'll have a little bit of defilade cover to work with, but it's still a major kill zone. Now, I would get that if you had the boats come in from a completely different angle, forcing OPFOR to pull all their forces to look at that kill zone. But the boats are going to come in from the same vector, just on a different cardinal direction. They're going to come in from the northeast at this rate. And that just means OPFOR is going to be able to do a nice unified battle line, potentially to hold Sector 2 and Sector 3. They probably forego Sector 1. But it's just a lot of thin open area that a lot of Blue 4 is going to go down. And the question is, now as I see Whiplash opening fire on Alpha 1 here for Blue 4, how much OPFOR can kill off and how much OPFOR is going to stay or keep alive for that secondary wave to come in. And also I'm watching as Falcon is stalking the TSB members in X-Ray. I don't think he knows they're up there just yet. I think he just has a hunch, but they're definitely patrolling the areas up here, trying to find where X-Ray could potentially be staging from.
That was an HE rocket coming out from Bravo 1. I think I Iander there on the roof, and it landed short.
A little short.
Yeah, by about 50 or so meters. I could have killed both Parker and Lee there, but no dice. So yeah, and engagement's already started, and this, I'm going to call it here, Blue 4 fucked up. Blue 4 has fucked up.
Yeah.
Here. They're going to try and cross an open airfield. The only saving grace is that this airfield isn't completely flat. We do have some mounds and some hills just on the other side of the airfield from this radar dome. So they might be able to push across this airfield.
I still think the Dishka on the UAZ and the Vodnik are going to come out and just shred if they use that open airstrip.
Yeah, and we do have the MTLB over here as well, looking over this area with the PKT. So that's also going to be a very effective suppression tool.
I mean, really, it's tough to hit this AO. You either have to go all the way around on the north and really utilize that little bump on the after the runway departs to then get into the rocky shrubbery area to then move in, or you have to attack it all the way from the south. But usually, across the airfield charges are almost suicide in PvP events, from what I've seen through experience.
And it's best to make the PvE experiences death traps as well, because that's just the reality of the situation. But go ahead.
I think Blue 4 could still do it if they have enough elements on Overwatch and they have the marksman picking people up, if they have their AT working properly to take out the vehicles that OPFOR is starting to stage. But, I mean, especially with... Look at OPFOR X right now, like right on the heels. I'm curious to see. I think Falcon's already spotted someone.
Yeah, Falcon has to be aware.
Yep, no, he's looking out at Lolo right now, like right in his direction. Leave it to Falcon.
Yeah, and he's got that ASVAL. No sight on it, but really don't need it. But he absolutely sees a
If he flanks around like this, he's going to see... I don't think he's spotted Revanche yet, but he's definitely spotted Lolo. But now he's flanking up to get to those shrubs, and then he might spot Revanche.
Real quick, before he does that,
Yep.
on the north side, we do have a decent cluster of Blue 4. We have Delta, Alpha 3-4, and a bit of Alpha on the north side here for Blue 4. If they were to wrap around this very far end of the airfield, there isn't a lot of red for covering, and it would be pretty much a clear shot for them to get across that kill zone and start working in through the rocks and the tree coverage. Again, on that north side. From there, they can work their way
Here,
down.
go back and look at Falcon real quick because he's about to do it.
Let's do it.
He's pointing stuff out that's further down as well. I got my render distance fully turned up so I can see when Blue 4 is going to start their charge, but I think Falcon's going to get 2 for 2 here.
Yep, he's creeping up on him.
The question is, will Revanche hear the footsteps?
I don't think so, honestly.
No, he's crawling right now. Falcon's given a wide berth.
No, he
takes Falcon out.
Yep.
Or excuse me, takes Lolo out. Revanche trying to line up a shot, and Falcon gets the second one.
Yeah, had to pop
Didn't
in
take that
another
hit.
20-rounder.
Now, I wonder if he's going to pick up that sniper and start plinking at Blue 4 down there.
Hey, it's fucking Falcon. What do you think? Yeah, I just saw him put it into his bag.
Yep.
So yeah, he's now a fucking danger to all of Blue 4.
Falcon, I think, getting the first 2 kills of the game there, unless there was some far suppression shots. But I like how he I saw him point at the rest of X-Ray earlier. Now X-Ray's under fire down here, forced to pop these smokes.
Yeah, and that smoke is just going to draw more attention to them.
Yep, and now you're seeing the sniper and Fred firing down at X-Ray. They're doing some flanking. Falcon's calling those shots out. So great counter X-Ray play by Op4. And this is going to force Blue 4 to go further north, giving Op4 more time to set their forces up for an open field assault. But at the same time, I'm worried about the boat play in the sense that it's also going to be, in a position where Op4 is trying to fortify themselves. But I do like what Blue 4 is doing right now. They're doing a massive push, mounted with vehicles to minimize that distance. This is the safest way you can cross this open ground. And I wonder if their vehicles are going to then pull back and funnel more people, because that would be the best way to do it.
Those boats only have 11 people on it. We do on the north side. We do have Blue 4, like I thought they might. They push across, and they've actually brought the Warrior with them.
Real quick. PKT Gunner has gotten 2 kills. He was fighting the 50 cal and the HMG, and was able to get, I believe, the Gunner and the other Gunner. Both Gunners on that vehicle. I was worried because the 50 cal can penetrate the PKT MTLB, but the MTLB, I forgot it was... they were fighting a Humvee, and the Humvee doesn't have any armor, so the PKT can't shred that. So great play on Op4 so far. 4 kills up.
Chinook doing a distraction run over
And
the air.
Blue 4's firing at their own dudes. Platoon HQ is firing at
of course.
the crossed forces. And yeah, no, Chinook is also trying to be above here, I guess, to be a distraction.
Not unusual to see that. We do have Jack 800 and Lurch over here. Last 2 guys here for Red 4. Apart from the MTLB, and that MTLB is a little bit outclassed because, yeah, that Land Rover, like you mentioned, the guys are dead, but someone could get back into it with that HMG, and then yeah, that Warrior.
One of our top
that thing's
players
gonna
here,
be, pretty much the anti-MTLB as it pushes around into the line
has
of
a
sight
marksman
of the
rifle.
Warrior. Psycho Bobby, he's spraying it down to PKT, and he's trying to spray it down.
Yeah, PKT's not going to do anything to the Warrior there. The armor's way too thick. Even 50 cal is going to get shrugged off by that thing.
Yeah, but I think the Warrior, if it should have a 50 cal, but
The Warrior does have a 50, so it can penetrate into the MTLB, but I think that's why it immediately pulled back. But now you got...
firing 762, but go ahead.
You got Lurch and Jacob now flanking around. Looks like both... nope, there's 2 additional bodies here. I think Lurch was able to get 2 more... Nope, he's on 3 kills now.
And here come the boats. Boats are coming in on the eastern side between sectors 1 and 2.
Okay, so they took it a little more south than where I thought they were going to go on the northeastern side, so that'll at least open up a different angle. And Op4 is still spread a little too thin. So we're actually getting a nice envelopment here along the northern side, but Op4 with only a handful of defenders is doing a great job of attacking. The Warriors now coming around, trying to stop Lurch and Jack here from continuing to chew up these forces. Between them, again, Lurch only has the 3 kills, and you still have that Chinook flying over. There's a smoke grenade being... Okay, no, it was from UGL. I thought the Chinook was somehow cooking a smoke grenade in it, making smoke fly by. Warrior is now pushing Op 4 forces here. Lurch quickly getting down. Neither of these guys have AT to deal with that. But now you have the MTLB also being aggressive on the airfield. N1 missing PKT shot. Tartel getting engaged. Tartel has the AT, so he's trying to get the Law out. And now the MTLB is pulling back.
That Warrior's pushed to the coast now.
Yep. Tantel trying to push that Law out, has to reprep it. Warrior, I think, pushing the coast to check the flank. Jack gets knocked out, but I think that Warrior is going to go assist Bravo in getting into the rest of this AO.
Oh, here comes Lurch. He's going to get shot on Pierce from the side. Tosses a grenade. I think he saw Pierce for a second.
Yep, he saw him, put a few shots, gets the headshot.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Jacob came around. He killed someone else on Blue 4 here. He's going to climb on top of the tent. He's got to make sure he doesn't expose himself over to the west. But from there, he might be able to get some nice Overwatch shots on some Blue 4 guys running around. Lurch coming around. I think he just got kill number 5.
Yeah, another one through the bush. Guy was coming around the, L1, but could not get the shots.
These flanking plays by a few individual units, that is exactly what Op4 wants to be doing right now. Falcon's still on 2 kills. He's got the M24 out. He's getting on top of the rest of X-Ray. But Op4 showing a lot of good aggression here. You got Jake right across from N1 right here. Both are doing medical right now, which is pretty funny. I think N1 heard the medical, though. Oh, does Jake see the gun on his left? Yes, he does. He runs out and immediately headshots N1 because he saw the little barrel poking out from the corner. And now you got the PKT Bobby on 4 kills here. Got 2 more there because Tantala was taken out. So now you have MGs. Lurch now pulling away with the 50 cal Vic. But the Warriors back here. It's starting to put shots out on Lurch. God, Op4 is just chewing up a lot of Blue 4 elements right now. Falcon under fire here. Still only on 2 kills. He's pulled the AS Val back out. He's gonna have a grenade blow up in his face. Gets up, takes a little bit of shrapnel damage. Now he ducks a few shots. Reaper's trying to flank him with that suppressed Mark 14. Falcon returning fire, kind of blind spraying here. But yeah, Falcon's crippled. He's in a lot of trouble, and he gets taken out as he goes prone. Temporarily, because he's in front of a rock, does the prone up glitch, and I think that's where Reaper snuck that headshot in.
Damn.
Rest of X-Ray, though, we just saw Grav get a great headshot on Sam, though. I think X-Ray are, both X-Rays are probably going to cancel themselves out, but if Op4 X-Ray stays alive with 1 or 2 guys, they could continue to harass Blue 4 as they push around. But again, Op4 on all sides so far has done a great job in taking out what they can. We got Moist unconscious back here. Jack, he woke back up. Still on no kills, but he's coming around. Lurch, meanwhile, is chilling on that 50 cal, looking on the coast. Might try to find that Warrior, but I don't think that 50 cal is going to cause any penetration. Ooh, Ash was firing at Jack there, so he's pulling back. But just look at the roster. Op4 only has like a handful of people dead. Warwick and Falcon,
really
whereas Blue 4 have like...
The entire Blue 4 Northern Force has been completely just reduced to dust.
Jake, no, hold up. Jack found a Maz, and he found some ammo, and he just hit the Warrior once.
I think he tracked it, because they're not...
Yeah, Potato in there is dead.
No, he's moving now.
Okay, no, Potato was on the outside. My bad. They have it as the team level. MTLB, it looks like it's pulling back. The gun might be disabled, because I don't see it. Oh, wait, no, it just moved. All right. Jack puts another shot. It is short.
Yeah, I think it hit a rock or something.
Yeah, or a bush.
It was really close. Just, ugh. Could have been the one shot to take it out.
Oh my gosh, look at Blue 4 Bravo back here. They have been completely cut down.
Yeah, no, they tried to push this peninsula here, and I really think that
the BMP stopped them.
Everything stopped them. Everything really turned once their position was known.
Yeah.
And started engaging them, and they just have not been able to go anywhere. I really feel like if they landed in that little cove just to the north and assisted with a pincer maneuver on those northern hangars, there would have been a much more effective strike. They could have cleared out that infantry and cleared the path for the Warrior and the rest of that squad to push south, but they've divided themselves and they got conquered.
Op4 trying to get some long-range shots on Timek back here, and they're actually able to knock him unconscious, and now he's going to ragdoll off the side.
Oh, here comes James. Artisan is hiding here behind a rock. Does James see him? No, James does not see him. The BMP is suppressing this rock, but the guys next to the rock don't see James. In fact, the Red 4 guys are actually suppressing down to Miller.
Let's see if Arcane comes out. Yep, Arcane's going to hear those gunshots. He spots Artisan's Beret and gets the headshots.
Yep, you heard that 5.56 from the Colt carbine.
Got Dogbert here not responding. Arcane just making sure he's dead by dumping another magazine in him. If Dogbert were to look left, he might be able to catch these two Op4 guys out of position. But he's not listening to those gunshots. He'd have a great spot to fire from, but yeah, he just doesn't seem interested. Hold up, pulls back. Now he might have just spotted James. Nope. Gets a great headshot on Arcane. Does he follow it up on James? I think he's going to spot James now. There's a little bit of defilade covering the way because it's the low ground, but Dogbert knows there's a shooter up here. James is going to end up walking on him. Nope, Dogbert pulls back before James can poke his head over. You also got Miller coming around on the side here, still being aggressive with that BMP also coming around to clean units up. No one on the BMP's gotten any kills, and there goes the BMP. Naders is killed. He was the gunner. And we're either going to see it explode or catch on fire. And there's a double rainbow if you look to the northwest.
Ooh, that second shot takes out the engine. That thing is absolutely dead in the water.
Yep.
And should burn any second now.
Gretsch is bailing out. How does Gretsch have an SVD? Okay, no, so weird.
Barnes, but yeah, Barnes is the SVD, but yeah, I don't know. I think he must be the marksman, but Cheese is going to spray them both down. Barnes doesn't know where the shots are coming from. And yeah, they are actually getting singled out. Yeah.
Ouch. Hey, one
Gretsch
fishy.
watches his friend die,
Thanks for a 13-month
and he is the
resub.
second casualty.
Yeah. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of the scenario. Dogbert's going to again go around James without noticing James there, thinking that there's no one else. I mean, just numbers-wise.
No, Red 4's got this, honestly. And I gotta be honest, this is, in hindsight, like, this is a very difficult
AO to attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the west, you have all downhill slopes. From the east, you got maybe a few hundred meters of land before you reach the perimeter, and that's not a lot of room to work with when you're exposed on the sea and air. We didn't see anything from air, and I think that's not a bad decision to make. I would have liked to see a more aggressive play with Blue 4 pushing, securing an area, and quickly reinforcing with Heliborn troops as reinforcement. That Bravo team, instead of on the boats,
there is a real quick a smoke billow to the south. I think that's the Chinook burning, so something shot that down earlier.
Interesting. I did not even know
round one. I didn't either. I just saw the smoke billow. I'm like, that's not the BMP. What is that?
I think Scholt just flew too close to some trees. Either that or he crash landed over there. But
ooh, Twins getting a fight with Galil. Twins gets the kill. There was a third guy over here as well. Was that Reaper? Yeah, so Twins killed Reaper and also just killed Galil. Katarino's on his own, so I think, yeah, these three remaining Op4 X-Ray guys are just going to continue to sweep. We still have Charlie down there.
It's worth mentioning. So Falcon stole the M24, right? Katarino stole it
back from Falcon. Lovely.
That's amazing.
I mean, I did call earlier, this is me addressing my chat, that Blue 4, it's been like 3 different matches where Blue 4 has been trying to get a foothold on this island, and they've lost the previous 2, and this is just showing. But look, now Jake is, for Op4, gets picked off by Lee just as Chine gives some follow-up shots, but Blue 4 is cleaning this up. Lurch on 6 kills, by the way. I'll be curious to see if he comes around and helps stop that final perimeter. I just saw Miller get his 3rd kill over on the remaining Blue 4 guys to the south, but yeah, Blue 4, you know, they're down to pretty much 1 squad. I think they're outnumbered 3-1 at this point. Yeah, so Lurch is going to be patient. He's going to pop a smoke grenade. You see some movement up there. Otherwise, the guys across the area, they're actually suppressing up at Fred right now, forcing him to pull back. You got Twins and Grabs down there, but also Op4 suppressing from across the way right here. So, I don't know. I think Blue 4 just... They had a good plan, but it fell apart because, you know, just a few Op4 guys got in the middle of their line and started taking them out. And I think Lurch is about to have give us a history lesson about that. Lurch gets the 1st kill and the 2nd kill. And he is up to 8 now, as he just picked off 2 more Blue 4 members. Carlson paying it no mind because of the rain, I think, is obscuring some stuff. But Lurch now running up against Coda sideways in Montgomery. That grenade does wound him. Montgomery trying to come around as Lurch pulls away. Carlson also seeing Lurch. Lurch dodging bullets left and right. Goes prone, but it's not enough, and Montgomery gives the finishing kill. 8 kills for Lurch, though. That's pretty good.
Very good. Does more than what he's asked to do. Very nicely done.
Now, Blue 4 still have to deal with this PKT MTLB, which is on 5 kills right now. Helios checking bodies here. And then you also have the Warrior, which is pulled back, trying to give some long-range suppressive shots to take out H2P or Jack. They're crawling around now. X-Ray firing some smoke GL rounds up to Fred's position to try to cover him. Great use of smoke here because Fred was under fire recently, so now Fred's going to be able to use that smoke as concealment to run right down to the rest of X-Ray. That is a great play by Op4 to make. It's one of the best uses you can have for GL smoke, and they've just used it.
Whiplash here, very crafty angle. Peeking the door open using Ace, and just getting a very tight sliver of a FOV.
That was a great play. Fred now getting down. So Fred now getting down. There were some gaps in that smoke. Grav just took a hit as Grav and Twins are now trying to suppress the shooters so they can get Fred to rally up to their position. Fred's still taking a few shots because he's a bit exposed. I think he just took a leg hit.
Hellos got caught up by the MTLB and just got gunned down.
That's 6 kills for Bobby now.
Yep.
Fred's almost through. GL coming over. Oh, wow. Good thing Fred freaking rolled. That shot was literally on target. And another GL landing dangerously close to the front of his face.
Yeah, he's hurt. Both his legs are fucked.
I just noticed Grav got taken out. Another GL coming, but it lands short because it's only a flare.
Yep. Fortunately, no burn damage from that.
Catarino taking some suppressive fire from an open warehouse that has Op4D2 in it. Catarino did take some damage. We do see some blood on the ground. Just heard some AT fired close range. That would be the PKT. It is now smoking.
Very nice shot. Yeah, so on the rear, too.
The final parts of Blue 4 are starting to get through Op4's first defensive line. But I don't think it's enough. 20 minutes remaining. Op4 still has a big chunk of units left. I don't see it.
Nah, no way. I'd be surprised if they get Sector 1, honestly. Like, there's 5 guys in here. They're very, very deeply dug in like a tick. And it's very easy for Red 4 to just send up some extra guys to occupy the bunker or just send reinforcements in general.
So yeah.
The Warrior is still going.
Yep. Heinrich does have an RPG-26. I think the Warrior Sotin is trying to suppress him.
Ooh, but just get one. And now there's only 4 in that building.
Good shot. That was Heinrich, actually, that he took out. So I didn't notice this. Viper also has AT. And there's a 6th body in here as well. I'm trying to see what AT Viper has. He might just be an assistant because I don't see an RPG on him or anything. So the Vic could help facilitate and suppress the Op4 guys in there. So I think Blue 4 is going to at least get Sector 1. Chadwick coming around here. He had AT, but yeah, he just got taken out. So I think he was trying to pick up Heinrich's AT to take him out, but now they're down to 3. Meanwhile, X-Ray down to 1. It's just, okay, no, he's on top of Fred. Never mind. Their symbols were on top of each other.
And now Ilbadek driving to the south side of the building and looking south, completely ignoring this building, leaving it to the infantry.
It's funny, though, because Chadwick ran out with the 1 AT stick this Op4 group had, and now that AT stick's next to the enemy. So these guys are in a lot of trouble now because they don't have anything to deal with that Vic.
Yeah, Viper is marked as AT, but he has nothing.
Here comes Bayan, who's on 5 kills, by the way. I lost track of him, but yeah, he's a marksman.
Yeah, he's gonna do some real good marksman stuff.
Just spotted Dobbs. Sprays Dobbs in the back. Ran out of ammo, switches to handgun. Spots friendlies.
Holy shit, he's lucky.
That was great, yeah. So he's going to be able to get a fresh mag in. Now you got the rest of his guys coming into breach.
Montgomery gets one of the stairs. And
Was that Dobbs?
now.
Nope, Dobbs ran in the corner. Gotcha. Dobbs and Gurr still in this building.
Dobbs free-firing, but can't get it. Can't get the shot on...
Bay goes in, catches Dobbs while he's reloading. Montgomery crossing his line, almost taking a few shots in the rear. Looks like Gurr was also taken out by Carlson, and there's Sector 1 taken. Meanwhile, you have, I think this is Charlie for Blue for counter-attacking Op4's X-Ray Remnant here. Very risky. Steve, I think, spotted Twins, tries to spray him down. Twins dodging everything. He's got 45-round banana mags there. Putting some shots close to Steve, but is unable to get the kill. I think I meant to say Twins there, but yeah.
Tosses a nade and falls back.
I want to see if they try a flank. It looks like they're instead going to pull back, a little flustered by the situation. Fred not opting to pick up an AS Val or something local here. He's going to go in with his handgun. Not what I would choose to do, but I know Fred is pretty good with that handgun as well.
You know, that's enough to kill someone with a beret, right? Good Babyface is pushing up on him. Fred might have the opportunity to get a PM kill.
Twins, wow, gets taken out by the 45-round magazines of the AKS. Twins immediately taking return fire from Steve. Fred now coming around. Gets the headshot, but then is immediately found by Crab and shot multiple times and crippled. Fred times a grenade. It lands a little short. Looking at the other fight, though, Blue Force starting to stall as Op4 have a few setup positions up here. Yeah, that's what I figured. Blam getting into a firefight with Bayant. But Bayant has the scoped weapon. Immediately double taps Blam in the face when he pokes out. First shot knocks Blam out. Second one gets him in the head. Great play by Bayant there to wait him out with that scope.
Ilbanek gets out of the Warrior and pushes up to the bunker on foot.
Leaving the Vic without a driver. I guess they just feel really confident that Op4 doesn't have any AT to really challenge them. Looking at the rest of the roster, it has turned around a little bit, not fully, but Op4 do have a heavy amount of casualties now as Blue Force seemingly bounced back a bit, but they still have, I want to say, like a squad size, and they're going to be fighting 2 squads worth of Op4.
15 minutes.
It's surprising. Carlson being fired at from the building. Ilbanek's gotten back in the Vic. He's driving it down. I could see Blue 4 if they keep rallied, they could just spearhead through what Op4 could be described as a, or what Op4 has could be described as a really loose formation here. We could potentially see Op4 defeat itself in detail. However, all of these positions that Op4 are in are entrenched. And because that Warrior is starting to play it fast and loose, I would not be surprised if Op4 is able to pull out some AT from one of these loose defensive lines and take out that Vic.
Yeah, Frost has an RPG-7. I think he picked up...
Cosmonaut also has one. But they're getting it out.
Yeah, I wonder if 40 mils might do anything to it. I don't think so.
Nah, not to a Warrior.
No.
Oh, apparently Bay died because Jack was able to get him. That's what Frost is telling me. Yep, Jack counter-sniped him with an SVD. Great shot there.
More aggression from Ilbanek in the Warrior.
Yep, he's driving. Oh, no, he's gunning now. Saddam's driving.
Danny hears those tracks, and he has an RPG-26 ready. We'll see if he's able to do anything with that.
Does he want to risk opening that window, though? Because as soon as that window opens, that gun's going to turn and start suppressing it. Gunner sees Miller cross the street. H2 going unconscious. Olaf finding Carlson. Ah, I missed it. Oh, did Martin do it? Martin got knocked out. He had a stolen M2 Carl Gustav from Bravo Squad. Ilbanek on fire, though.
Yep, Saddam burning in that tank. or the IFE rather.
Oh, you can say tank. Don't worry. It's historical.
Yeah, whatever.
Ilmac's going to try to run for a warehouse so he can quickly start bandaging himself. Nope, he
No,
burns sun,
just in
goes
time.
unconscious. If you're on fire and you go unconscious, it's pretty much the death sentence there unless
Yeah.
someone's there to help you.
And
Blue
even
4
then, good luck.
suppressing Dreek. Dreek taking a few shots here. You see him bleeding. Rolling in a bit of a trail there. Dreek could bandage and come back around later. Carlson still unconscious. Blue 4, I think, down to 6 players at this point that are still conscious and kicking. Whereas Op 4 at least has about 2 squads, and they still have their Vodnik. Which has taken a bit of damage, but... I think this is going to be an Op 4 victory at this rate. I don't even see how Blue 4 can turn it around. Op
No,
4's...
it would take a number of mistakes from Red 4 that we've seen them avoid.
In the 13 minutes, nah.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, Blue 4, they
Real
gave
quick.
a really good effort towards it. Probably the best that they could have, if that makes sense. But it just... It's a very big ask.
Sorry, I'm starting to tell stuff. That's fair. All right, I mean, who does Op 4 still have? They've got Coda, Ash, Sideways, and Eagle. 4 really good players. Sideways, you know, I think manages Papega. And they got Crab and Spotum across the way. I don't know, but they're fighting Whiplash in the front. I mean, Olaf just sniped Bay, so he's got this entire area locked down. We got the Mexican flag and smoke colors down as well right now. It's round 1.
That is true.
And you got Olaf just behind this rock trying to overwatch up. "12 minutes remaining. Blue 4 not moving from the first sector. I don't see it.
Unfortunately, I don't either. So I think it's just going to be a battle against time between the X-Ray group that's surviving across the way. Actually, no, there isn't even X-Ray at this point. That's Crab and Spotum, which are part of Charlie. So they're on the other side of the airfield, way outside of any reasonable effective range. And then the last few people that are within that range, you have 4 versus, I want to say, about 12.
Yeah. Not really seeing any movement from either of the Blue 4 groups. They're kind of just stagnant here, waiting for Op 4 to come up. Jake immediately, or excuse me, Jack taking fire. Miller going to come around with the Vodnik here, but it doesn't have any windows. So he could easily get shot out of it. Blue 4 could potentially steal it, but Miller knocks the wall out and immediately drives away.
I think they might have shot at his tire a little bit. He seems to be listing slightly. Rest of those guys, they're being brave. They are going to push out. But
Jack gets a kill.
great shot there.
That would have been
Down to
on
3.
Eagle.
And back turns the Vodnik now that Blue 4 has been opened up a little bit.
I love how if you go up to Sideways and Frost, you could breach this by looking under the bunker to see if there's anyone in there.
Yeah, that's entirely on Op 4 for putting that
Yeah,
there on
that's-
the top.
At that point, if Blue 4 were to metagame that position, that would be Op 4's fault.
Yeah. Actually, Red 4 fire from the ATC. We have a zombie sniper just using his irons, getting some decent shots on infantry.
Bro, he's
500
a
meters
zombie
away.
sniper, man. The zombie disease gave him some pretty powerful eyesight
Bro,
there, because good
yeah,
God.
he's cracked. We actually see Sideways and Coda.
Yeah, they're checking bodies
that's
here.
A bad frag. Oh no, that was a smoke.
It's a
Okay.
smoke. Yeah, I was about to say, might not live there. That was right in front of their faces. Whiplash
Yeah,
is
right.
up here. Oh, they throw the smoke grenade out. I think that was Whiplash trying to get a grenade in there, not realizing he was out of frags. Now, Frost here has an RPG. He is not an AT guy, though, so he might not have any HE rounds to fire into there, because I see he has the AT backpack.
Yeah,
But he's also got a 240, no, an FN mag.
Yeah, 240, bro.
Yeah,
It might as-
British equivalent. They're going to run right into him. Frost isn't looking that direction, though. But he hears them and immediately trades with Sideways.
Lucky headshot from Sideways. It must have been.
H2 going to push up, though. Does Coda spot him in time?
No, that's through the bush. That's really thick. Coda.
Ash throwing some more grenades.
And
Sideways is stun locked there and unconscious, so that's
H2
not
also
good.
throwing some grenades, but over on
Martin had medical
inside the
administered.
courtyard, Coda gets a little spooked and runs back. I think is going to ride off Sideways. And he's going to be... actually, no. Excuse me. Coda Sideways wakes back up, and Ash is now joining the fight. So it's back up to 3 blue for here.
Coda might quickly put an epi and restarted his heart rate, because if they're unconscious, lock only took like a single shot. That's how you can sometimes get someone to come back up next time he has a wake-up chance.
Spottom and Crab now being engaged from that same ATC
close
tower.
GLs.
Depso, yeah. Depso and Timek doing some close GL work.
Whiplash crossing around. Ash is pulled back to this position, but he is not watching that angle. Whiplash might see the gun come out.
I think he's very wary of that bunker.
H2 suppressing and kills Sideways.
Coda gets the trade. Whiplash not pushing into the bunker. Gonna get the
Killery, well,
Ash.
all right, wasn't a headshot, but definitely shot him up in the back. Coda now
Great
coming up.
flank there. And yeah, Coda's coming out to investigate. Whiplash doing ring around the Rosie. And they meet in the front.
And then
Coda
Whiplash
wins the
falls
battle.
down.
What is Coda on? He's on 2. Feels like
That
more.
Panzer chocolate, you know? With the meth in it from World War
Yeah,
II?
the methamphetamine, yeah, the Panzer Chocolata. Exactly. Must have been. Yeah, those British.
good
known for
shit.
being on Panzer Chocolata.
They carried some over from World War II. It was part of his stash.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. They carried a lot of stuff over from World War II, if you know what I'm saying.
Genry doing some far suppression here. Shots not landing close enough, but enough to freak Blue 4 out.
It is, at this point, just down to Coda. Those guys across the airfield can't do anything, so we'll see if Coda can invoke his inner Ajihado. He's got less than 6 minutes to do it.
So it will go overtime if he's able to take Sector 2 and then Sector 3 is contested. Technically, he could bypass all these Op 4 guys, but we hear him shooting. Takes Olaf out, switches to Danny. Starts taking fire because Zombie Sniper's behind the Mora. That's the vanilla name for the warrior.
Yeah.
Great GL. Damn, I think Zombie Sniper's one to watch now. He's a newer name. I haven't seen him before today, but he's been making his shots.
Yeah, like I said, 500 meters, and now he gets in the warrior.
Yeah, now you're doing it too.
That thing, I saw that thing turn. I don't know if the gun's active or not. Yeah, it looks like it. It's not pointing down. He's looking over there.
I think you can turn the gun because I saw him on the camera before it went to the actual gun. If you click first person, it shows you temporarily that there's the triangle up top is red, which means the gun cannot move up and down. But the outer triangle of the gun turret's green, which means he can still turn it.
Outer triangle of the gun. Oh, the
yeah,
I see what you mean.
Of his camera, if you toggle it back and forth.
Yeah.
That's I remember when Tanks DLC came out, I memorized what all the internal loadouts meant. Because I was a fucking nerd.
Yeah, I was gonna say fucking nerd.
That was back when we worked under Loot and you had to know like every little thing that he could potentially do to you, so.
God. How terrifying.
Yeah.
Good thing you don't have to know that with you, right?
Anyway.
So Miller's doing some patrols. Coda, I think, just got cut up either Give Me Your Milk or Chaos.
I think Chaos got him.
Yeah, so that's that done.
Yeah, he's on that kill.
Crab just got taken out as well. He's still alive but unconscious, and Spodum, he is now last man standing. And here
So
comes
Zombie
Zetso pushing through the fucking forest.
I think Zombie actually knocked out that guy with the machine gun burst because the gun is at a perfect angle despite being disabled to still shoot at where Blue 4 is. Now we're seeing Despo taking some friendly fire here. He salutes his guys real quick.
Yeah, he's trying to get that message over that, hey, stop shooting at me. But, yeah, well, I was going to say it's not working, but it stopped as I was about to say that.
I mean, he's ground command too, so yeah, salute your own dudes and hopefully they'll stop shooting at you.
Usually.
Usually. If only there was this like crazy feature in FNF where if you opened your map, you could see where all the friendlies were on the map, you know? Like their exact positions in real time.
I mean, I'll say I almost had some blue on blue incidents, but we called them out and checked and cross-referenced the map before we opened fire. And every time we checked the map,
Yeah, right, Falcon.
that we felt like we needed to check the map, it was a friendly element. And again, he's getting suppressed. So Spoten, I think
Yeah, he's following where the gunfire is shooting at, and he gets headshotted!
Damn.
It was Jack, because Jack's down to 1 instead of 2, and that was definitely an SVD. Jack freaking headshotted up for command.
It was a one and done.
Oh,
like,
baby.
That was a clean shot.
And he gets headshotted! Oh my god. Alright, I'll be back in a minute or two, okay?
Yeah, 2 minutes left on the clock. There's nothing left here to see other than Spoten die and a crab bleed out.
Oh my god.
I am waiting to see for Zombie. He is scanning that line still. Waiting to see for him if he spots out Spoten. Actually, his second guy getting into Zombie Sniper's APC. Minute 30 left. They should just call it at this point. Spoten is just, he's too hardly suppressed. And now he's running out. He's been spotted. He has been spotted by Timek in the commander seat of the IFE. Now Zombie Sniper with that MG. I think he sees him. And actually getting some good shots on Timek. So those shots land to the right of Spoten. That's the 50 cal. And now Miller. I thought he might try and push up with the PKT, but no, he's gonna just stop on the airfield and start suppressing that tree line. Now he's Spoten, he's peeking, he's trying to do what he can. He's tossing frags. 20 seconds left on the clock. AT goes out, it's nowhere close. Spoten runs away. 10 seconds on the clock. And as he dips, ducks, dives, dodges, and dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge. Whatever. He gets caught out legged, and here comes Miller driving up with the Vodnik. Runs up to him. Dumps some rounds in his face. But because it's after time, they're all invincible. And it's over. Op4 wins round 1 with a very, very satisfying and good defense. That's what I'll say. All right.
Well, I have no idea how that round ended, but, you know, they okay. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get through our intermission. I believe Barb will be calling it for the night.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
And let's go ahead and get on to the next round. So, I'm going to go ahead and play a few ads to help us with the transition process. Go ahead and knock him off of the multi. And let's go ahead and start transferring our commands over. So, we have Argentina. And the mission is, this is going to be, well, to do a few things real quick. Number one, I have to copy that previous line for the description of the video later on. And then NA2. All right, this is round 2. Round 2 is going to involve what? It's an assassination. All right, blue 4 is trying to eliminate 3 green 4 HVTs. Blue 4 has a 5% numbers advantage. An LAVC2. Okay, interesting. 2 speedboat miniguns, SOCOM boats, 2 armed Humvees, and LAV and transport, while green 4 has a UH-6. Oh, wait, no, blue 4 also has that. 2 PKT, VOD, NICs, and 4 DSHKs. All right, cool. Alrighty. That should be good. Where are your winnings? Good question. Let's go ahead and pay that prediction out. It was up for that one. I'll go ahead and put the next prediction up in a bit. I'm going to change the music just because I want to listen to something else. There we go. All right. More gamble. I know, right? All right, sorry for the dead air. All right, now we have to do Okay, there's quite a bit you're gonna hear in the background. Okay, don't judge me. Now I'm going to make my Korean iced coffee. All right, so I have some evaporated milk mixed with some instant coffee and some really hot water. You mix the instant coffee and the really hot water to make sure it all melts, and then I use the sugar from the evaporated milk. Actually, no, it'd be sugar from the condensed milk. It's condensed milk, because evaporated milk is, or condensed milk is evaporated milk with sugar. But we blend this until it gets into a nice creamy brown color. And then I mix in a shit ton of milk. And this will keep me up for the next, like, 6 hours. Why do I want to be up for that long? Well, there's a few things I got to prep for tomorrow. And, you know, some editing. That Maxim coffee, I want to be able to at least fall asleep at 2 a.m., all right? Not stay awake and completely screw over my entire sleep schedule. Do I have to do to watch to get the stream in up to 5? Wait, what? Rody, what does that even mean? When in doubt, bet Falcon. I mean, Falcon's not the top player in FNF. He's one of the top. I'd argue the top is Bay. That's based off of statistics, but, you know, if you have your own personal de facto bet, by all means. But we've seen time and time in the past, no single player or community decides who's going to win the round. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. So whatever you need to do to make it all work. God, I love this stuff. I'm just doing a minor blend. Don't want to spill anything. Kane is also a really good bet. Papega, I would say, are really, really strong players to bet on. But again, it's the example of one community doesn't always sway everything. There's a few situations that Papega nor anyone else really can deal with that sometimes things land on. And there's not really much you can do about that, you know? It's however the hand is dealt. All right. I'm going to turn on the caffeinate command. You guys decide how much you want me to suffer tonight. It'd be really funny if I left my extensions on accident. People started trolling me with my DayZ frickin' sounds. That would be hilarious. All right, where is my caffeinate option? There it is. Let me make sure it's not disabled. Nope, it's good. 2-minute cooldown. I think we should do that as a joke one time. We'll have the we'll have all the DayZ sound bites on for FNF just to see what happens. I think that'd be pretty funny. But this is one shy of 100, so almost in the triple digits, just one shy. And we'll see how round 2 goes. Now, with assassinations, I'm gonna be honest. Most of the time, the defenders win. But if the defenders don't win, it's usually because the round just, like, completely falls apart in the first, like, 10 or 15 minutes. That's usually how it goes, and based off of the assets I'm seeing, I could see Blue4 just completely steamrolling. But we gotta see the AO, we gotta see the map. It could really go either way. Regular hydrate, alright. It's tough to call. Do that with Barb. I mean, he's not going to hear the sound bites, though, but that would be pretty funny if I could interlink my audio with his. Operation Cut Spaghetti. In 1893, the Supreme Court ruled that tomato is a vegetable and not a fruit. I think that's wrong, though. Because when you think vegetables... actually, that's a very tough question. Never mind. Tomato, yeah, I agree. Tomato's more of a fruit, but, you know. Ah, well. We all can't be right. Not even the Supreme Court. Anyway. And again, you know, nowadays compared to back then, we have more, you know, science to define things, but yeah, no, Barb, I'll try to wake up early enough to do that. I'm trying to think. Saturday, we're gonna do ESM, and then at 8:30, we're gonna have another stream, and then Sunday is gonna be, if I wake up at 9:30 for the 10 a.m., because by Sunday they should go an hour forward, so time's reset. And then checkpoint, oh wait, what time's checkpoint RP? Checkpoint RP's at noon. I might not be able to make Sunday then, because it's a noon to 3:30, which means I have to have everyone prepped by 11:30. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to make Sunday, Bar. I'm sorry. A lot of my Sundays are going to get really dicey because of redos and, you know, other stuff, because that little DDoS put me behind. But that's okay. ESM starts at noon as well, so you're only doing a 9-minute op? All right. All right, that's fair. That is entirely fair. We'll see. But I got to set up checkpoint RP a certain way, so that's the tough part. Perfect. I appreciate it, Barb. Another fun fact before I get into breaking this down, Leclerc, who's the Bohemia community manager, he told me that Bohemia wants him once or twice a month to go out to communities and participate in operations just to kind of be a community liaison. And he asked me if I had any ideas, so I was thinking about getting a list of various places that he could go to. I know Bohemia doesn't really like to showcase modded events, though. They like to keep the mods to a minimum, especially stuff with IPs like that are belong to other companies, so maybe not any 40K or Star Wars stuff. But, you know, World War II, Vietnam. So I'm probably going to be, I'm going to use that as a justification for another thing I want to do, which I talked with Barb about, of just going across a bunch of different communities and chilling. I would actually really like to see Leclerc in a TM op, in all honesty, because TM, it's like TSB in my opinion. It's a balance of memery and playability. But anyway, you guys aren't here for that. You're here to watch the operation. So anyway, after a failed attempt at forcing U.S. troops out of the country, local warlords go on the defensive, fearing a major counterattack, seen as a big part of the coalition forces has been wiped out. Area of operations, big lake connected to a river. So that's, you know, that's the assassination. Connected from the north and the east, some trees and sandy mountains. Note, speedboats in Blue 4 have 0 ammunition and are meant for transport. That's why they're called unarmed. No hiding in or underwater as HVT. So HVTs can't go in the water, because that would be pretty cheese. Game mode's assassination. There's 3 HVIs. I'll break this all down. Fred, Banks, and Falcon are playing the HVTs. I don't know why Falcon always goes HVT. He doesn't strike me as the hidey, sneaky, sneak type to play the entire round. He's too aggressive for that, but he always does it. I find that interesting. Render distance is 1,150 meters. No magnified optics, no NVG equipment. Defender get 250 points to build. All right, we're going to see some crazy fortifications there. Defenders also get 2 HE rounds per, on top of 2 AT rounds. Attackers only get 2 AT rounds. Blue 4 is going to be your Ranger units here from the 80s. So we have this massive breakdown here of all the different units. Sniper's going to get the ghillie suit. It's going to be Scars and Mark 18s. Marksmen are going to get the 20-round Mark 11, 7.62 by 51 NATO round chambered weapons. 249s, 240 Bravos. Actually, no, Gulfs, excuse me. So this is actually really modern then, not Cold War, because the Gulf is like one of the latest in Blue 4 weaponry for United States. But 136 for the LATs, 2010 for the Sniper. Suppressed shooters get a choice of the Mark 14 or the SOCOM 16, and then an MP7 or a Mark 18 for the crewmen. Nothing on crew-served weapons. 5 transport trucks, 4 transport Humvees, 2 armed M240 Humvees with up-armored, basically extra protection for the gunner. 2 speedboat miniguns, no munition. As you can see, there's a 0 right there next to the magazines. SOCOM boat, which has a few, only two 100-round boxes for the M2, and then one minigun with 1,000 rounds, and then a minigun with two 2,000-round magazines. Interesting. An LAV, which is just the commander version, so it has the turnout seat for the M240 Bravo. UH-60 with two side miniguns with a little over 2,300 rounds per minigun. And they also have a helicopter, which I think that's just a debug thing, because those are both the same roster breakdown there. Looking over at the player base, we've got Chult commanding. Thigh Rab is actually, no, he's playing as Medic. He's on the multi as Bussy. I still can't believe he got away with that name for Twitch TOS. I'm going to be talking about that all night. Oddball leading X-Ray. He's got H2 as the Medic, Jack being the Sniper, Lurch being the 2IC of the group, and then Blam taking the SOCOM, Ash taking the EBR. They're both practically identical, both battle rifles with 20 rounds, 7.62 by 51 NATO mags. Montgomery leading Alpha. He's got Norris as a machine gun. All right, we'll see if Norris is able to pull something awesome today. Every time Norris has a machine gun, there's a reason I note it. He's really good with that role. Looks like they don't actually have a team leader yet, so it's Herb, Parker, Maz, Carlson, and Naders all together with Alpha 1, Alpha 2 being led by Lee with Drake, Sheen, Bant, Eagle, and Chow. Bant, always love to watch him because he is, again, in my opinion, statistically the best player with an FNF. Captain Drake leading Bravo HQ here. He's got his teams diversified. Bridge is leading Bravo 1 with Cosmonaut, Warwick, Miller, Martin Coolbreeze, and Poe. Bravo 2 being led by Olaf with Crab, Tantal, Allegory Twins, Kami, and Patriot. Whiplash leading Delta HQ, keeping the teams diversified as well. Grav leading Delta 1 with Puritan Dobbs, Sputum, Frost, and Iander with AT, so he's going to be doing some mod shots. Sideways leading Delta 2 with Koda Coop, Korvac, Yeri, and Artisan. Helicopter is going to be flown by Jack and Chadwick, and Bobby are going to be the gunners. Now, Bobby was doing a great job gunning that PKT the last round, so I'm going to be really curious to see how many kills he can rack up with the 134 minigun. Looking at the map, though, I mean, look at this beauty of a map. It is just hilly and crazy in Argentina. This would actually be a really cool map to do some air stuff on as well. You know, it reminds me of Klafgan in a way, where you just have these big sheer mountains and these like light roads, a little bit of build up on the side. Klafgan has a bit more like bushes and stuff around it, but this really does feel like Klafgan. Oh my gosh, no one's done the prediction. I am so sorry, guys. Let me write that up real quick. Usually I have a moderator do it. My bad. All right, we're going to do 10 minutes here. Who will win NA round 2? Blue 4 is attacking. Green 4 is defending. My bad, guys. I know a lot of you are just here to bet. There you go, prediction. My apologies. I will go beat up Dawn later, and then she'll actually beat me. But anyway, going back to the AO here, Blue 4 has their units divided. They got a FOB over here, which has their helicopter to start, and they've got their forces all the way down here as infantry, which are going to have all their trucks and transport. A lot of open random runways around here, too. That is quite nice. Otherwise, let's go ahead and go over to Green 4. So, breaking down the map real quick, these yellow areas represent quote-unquote jammer zones. So this is where the HVIs could hide, and they're not detected on the map. If they leave these zones, then their position is broadcasted on the map. Pepega had a few players on Blue 4, Sideways, Koda, Coop, and Korvac. We don't see any, and Artisan as well. We don't see any of the bigger heavy hitters, like Legal Action, Guy Fieri, Kane, and I'm blanking on the fourth one, because I always do. Legal, Kane, Guy Fieri, and who's the fourth? Who is the fourth? But yeah, no, they're Armagesus, that's it. You're right. Okay. Thank you. I always forget the fourth one. But otherwise, looking over at Green 4 here, uniforms are oh, yes. Thank God they put it in giant ass text. I wouldn't be able to read this. Let's see. That says ID 2010 Tribal Militia. Ah, man. Thank you. My eyes, man, they're not what they used to be. So just militia kits here. I'd imagine the marksmen have an SVD. But going over to their loadouts, we've got AKMs and AKSs. So a mix of 7.62 by 39 and 5.45 by, I believe, 39 or something? No, 5.45 by... No, it is, I think 5.45 by 39, but otherwise. RPKs and PKPs. Interesting that they'd have PKPs. PKPs are a Russian-only weapon, but I think they did that just for the balance. So they could put scopes on it compared to the BKM, which can't take scopes, but RPG-26 for the LAT, T5000 for the Recon, Sniper with a choice of 45-round magazines for an AKS, or 20 rounds for an AS-Val. Crew and Aviation get the choice between a PP-2000 or an AKS. Nothing on the CSW, which is interesting because they have 4 Dishkas, so I would imagine one squad will take each Dishka because, you know, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, but that's up to them. They got 2 armed Gaz Vodniks, so that has a PKT in the front, PKT in the back. 3 transport hatchbacks, 2 transport Kamazes, 2 transport Land Rovers. Interesting. All right, going ahead and looking at the roster here, we have Fred as the ground command, we got Banks as the 2IC, and Falcon as the medic. These 3 players are the HVIs. They have to stay in these yellow zones, otherwise their positions are broadcast to everyone on the map. We could potentially see one of them try to make a break for it into the mountains with a vehicle, but that I think is the point of the UH-60, to then run down that vehicle and eliminate the HVI, so they're probably going to camp those zones instead. Lolo leading X-Ray's got Tiger with him. Caterino I think is going to be the sniper, because usually you have team leader, medic, sniper, 2IC, and then Sam and Revanche. Sam's taking the AS-Val, Revanche taking the 45-round mags. I like to call them the banana mag for the AKS. Steve leading Alpha HQ. He's got Ace, Tymic, Cheese, and Despo with him. Arcane is leading Bravo HQ. They've merged Bravo 1 with Bravo HQ. So Henry is going to be the team leader, but he's got D-Banks, Grench, Chaos James, Kai, Genry, as I already mentioned, Zombie Sniper, and Danny together. I want to see more from Zombie Sniper. He didn't get a lot of kills last round, but he was making some excellent shots. So I'll be curious to see if he becomes a new name that we'd like to watch for. Bravo 2 being led by Helios. He's got Typical, Ruckus, Farkas, Snatch, Arcor, and Reaper with him. Delta's merged everything under Delta 2. I believe Pierce is leading it as the squad leader. Don't see any team leaders here. Might be Donner, but since he's in a Vic, or Heinrich, because, you know, they're in Vics, I can't see their symbol. So he's got Potato Jr., Thomas, Almtree, Azuki, Henrik, as I already mentioned, Green Shade, Donner, as I already mentioned, Saddam, Moist, N1, and John with him. And then Alpha 2 is, I guess, going to be a dedicated group for a Vodnik. That's going to be Lopes, Trigurios, and Arujo. So looking at these AOs, there's 4 places that they could hide. Green 4 have a little island right here, which, again, they've got a lot of points for, they've got like 250 fortify points, so they could fortify the hell out of this island, for example. Trees offer a great level of concealment. They can put some fortifications all around, really make this place tough to get to. And we already have, commands gone over here. They can put the Dishkas right here, have a really nice opening area to engage. There is a special rule that VIPs are not allowed to go into the water. So if they're here, they're not going to be able to escape. So that is just kind of a Hail Mary hold objective. You've got an abandoned military position that looks like it's been blown out over here. This is another place they could hide. Honestly, I kind of like it because you have a choke point here. You have big hills to overwatch if Blue 4 does a river crossing. And then you also have just, you know, to cover the back line. Yeah, the internal thing's a little bit bad, but again, that's what your fortify points are for. You could dig something right here. So this, in my opinion, even though it's a little bare bones, this could work with a little bit of thought put in it, but I don't see Green 4 coming up here yet. They only have 3 minutes remaining. I think they're settled on their AOs already. This one over here, this one building, I mean, yeah, this one has some pretty nasty internal areas. You could turn that into a maze again, fortify around it. The really tough part, though, is the forest. The shrubbery and trees right here that make it really, really tough for you to actually get on top of this position specifically. So this one, a little more on the meh side, but, you know, actually, I don't really see a good way to use it because the trees are just completely in the way, and then you got the far ridges in the back. So, yeah, no, that position I don't really like. And then, of course, you got this military area back here. You got this mansion complex. I've liked how they fortified this area with sandbags as well. But, you know, you can then hold that ridge, keep that as a defensive line. Over on the other side is a little bit tough, but I really do like that AO over there. I think this one, you could literally go all eggs in one basket, fortify this entire Green 4 area, and go from there. Plus, you know, you got this hilltop right here, which is part of your build zone, so you could put a nice cop or overwatch point over there in OP, and that could be really, really nice. I'm a sucker for these tunnels as well. I really like to build fortified areas within tunnels to make like traps and elaborate internal areas. I haven't done one in a long time though. I think it might be due soon. Due for another soon though. Now, quick final things I want to put on the betting here. Green 4, every time we've seen units played on this map, I have seen Green 4 get their butts kicked. I guess not on this map specifically, unless I can find the area I'm referencing, which it might actually be a different map, but I'm pretty sure Green 4 has, at least like kits-wise, the U.S. forces versus these Green 4 guys, I've just seen Blue 4 win almost every time. I don't know. You got Despo running over. I mean, yeah, they could put explosive traps. Here's the thing, though. With those choke points, I mean, the bridges here, they could put explosive traps on, and that could be outright devastating. So, I mean, here, the best place to put the explosive trap would honestly be this bush. Or this corner right here. That way, when you start seeing forces run over, I mean, this bush also works as well. Okay. Here we go. Did he just pick it back up? Yeah, he picked it back up. Maz is telling me they're going to do a hot drop. So we have Delta 1 in there. Blue 4 is going to go for a rush play with a freaking UH-60. Not going to lie, I think that might actually be beneficial for them. Round has officially begun. Having a little bit of coffee there. Recon's already driving out. They got to be careful, though. If they go too far out, they're not going to be in a good position to really overwatch the rest of the AO. At that point, they're banking on just trying to find an angle where Blue 4 is going to come in on. Which, you know, we see vehicles over here, so they're going to do a land convoy coming in and attack from this angle, which is actually going to put them right on top of where most of the HVIs are. You got Falcon down there. And Banks right here. And then Fred has opted to hide on his own in this one building. Which, again, I like the building, but I guess they're banking on the fact that if they don't have any activity here, Blue 4 is not going to check it out. They're going to focus instead on zones that Op 4 doesn't have anyone on, but it's a tough call. Yeah, no, they're going to do a massive landing on the rear, bypassing fortifications. I kind of like that because that also bypasses this specific AO here. I do appreciate that they put a little bit of defensive units down there, but that UH-60 could ferry a lot of units. And actually, we're seeing Blue 4 holding a bunch of dudes right here in reserve. So that means they plan on that UH-60 landing those guys, coming back, picking up that other group, and then landing them as well. So Blue 4 is opting to pretty much bypass any defensive lines Green 4 could make and attack from just their rear, which Green 4 is kind of ready for, in the sense that there's not really any good defensive lines Green 4 could make here. So it leaves Green 4 to be a lot more loose with their plans here. But now you're seeing Blue 4 starting to get people out. It's too steep for that helicopter to land. They could come down here a bit more, but yeah, they're trying to make sure they don't break that rotor. A little bit of damage taken, but... And then great pull away by that Blackhawk. All right, so they're going to basically go up there. The one slight concerning thing I have, though, is this one X-ray vehicle. It's not in a position to stop that helicopter. They're at least going to hear it. And he does have a long range, so he'll be able to call that in, but, you know, to what effect, really? Yeah, these guys getting down now. Yep, they're going to go over and land people. Land at that little airstrip, pick the guys up, and probably move them in that corner. Blue 4 starting to get a move on here. They might find a closer LZ for that helicopter to land, you know, potentially somewhere up here, which is a little close to the AO, could be heard, but, you know, flat terrain to work with right here would be A-okay. How many players are in this? 99 right now. So just shy of 100. First round, I think, had a little over 100, but, you know, a few people go to bed because you do have some EU players bleed over because this is the NA branch and the EU branch is earlier. Otherwise, Blue 4 are going to be coming down. I don't think Green 4 have set up any explosive traps on any of these bridges as choke points, which I think would have been worth, you know, having one guy with an explosive just kind of watching this and ready to plant some boom boom on. Because you have some really good ambush positions for that, in all honesty. And an interesting little bonfire effigy there or whatever. I find this interesting. Green 4 set up this massive defense line right here. This is where the first major engagement is going to be. Blue 4 is going to bring those vehicles down, and you might have it right here, but I don't know. That's a really big range. That's only going to really be helpful for the marksman on either side to engage, which, you know, if the marksman advantage goes to Blue 4, they got the 20-round Mark 11s, whereas Green 4 have the 10-round SVDs. And I think the MOS on the Mark 11s is more effective, but Green 4 does have these HE rounds for their RPGs. As you see Saddam already walking down with one right here. As I say that, Arcor is an explosive specialist, and he's gonna rig this. I know he's gonna rig this. Yep, you see that explosive symbol right there. Where is he gonna put the boom boom? He's got plenty of time. He's got about 5 minutes for the entirety of Blue 4 to get here. Oh, you sneaky son of a bitch. Oh, okay. He was trying to blow the bridge, but the bridge didn't blow. I thought he was going to wait and bait it, but whoo. That just reminds me of my DayZ jump scares. Good God. All right. Well, you know, I'm a pussy. We all know that. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to use it as a trap, and so he just tried to blow the damn bridge. But so let me explain why he's doing this. He's putting a vehicle rack on the bridge to stop Blue 4 from just charging past it. He's hoping by putting the Vic there and waiting for the smoke to go out, you're going to have the drivers and first person come up. They're going to be going at speed. They're not going to be able to avoid this in time. You put it right in the center. He should have turned it sideways instead. Oh no, he's not allowed to do that actually. You're not allowed to specifically block routes. So this is basically creating a block that Blue 4 can still get through, but he's hoping if Blue 4 is going at speed, they won't have enough time to react to this, and then they'll, you know, turn too much to the left or right and actually fall into the river. So this is a legal way of still blocking the route and being tactical with it, but still, you know, complying with the rules, which is to be expected from an FNF staff member like Arcor there. I find it funny that he's also credited with the vehicle kill. That means technically it might have been a, because those Civics are also classed under Blue 4 and Green, Op 4. Because of the mod where they come from 3CB factions. That's how they do certain things. So, because they also like to allow for Blue 4 and Green 4 and Op 4 civies as factions instead of just civilian for some more RP purposes. Now, this is a little concerning. We got members of the 82nd coming up here. Danny, D. Barnes, and Grench coming up. And they're going to find the main force of Blue 4 here. That other helicopter's come down and deployed that second squad. How deadly can 3 dudes be if they get some great flanking shots from here? The one caveat Blue 4 has is grab right here. Oh, Gretsch is going to see that. Are any of these guys a machine gunner? Because this is a machine gunner's wet dream. They're not, but they have an AT guy that could use HE rounds. So if he switches to HE, that would be perfect. But I'm a little worried about Grav coming up here. He's backing away, though. Now he's looking in this direction. One of those guys might be on yelling. Here's the thing, though. These guys have a long-range radio. They do not. So do they have any way to potentially call this into their superiors? It looks like it's 2 RPG assistants with the RPG gunner.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Oh, this is interesting. Got Flavor, thanks for a Twitch Prime sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Oh, spot him. You are not spotting them, buddy. You're not spotting them all right. Green Force is going to back away. Fog of War, baby. In action. Here's the thing, though. If Green 4 just tracks this Blue 4 group going through, they could load HE rounds and wait for the optimal time to then shoot them. So Grab pulling around, I don't think he heard them then because he would have reported it to the squad. So Green 4 now has a really good opportunity to get right behind Blue 4's line and pretty much pelt them with HE rounds. If we go back to the roster here, you see on the map settings, 2 AT, 2 HE, but they are spotted by Korvac. Korvac, we see top in our chat here. Great grenade throw by Korvac. We got Artisan coming up, getting a kill. Korvac spraying down and knocking out D. Barnes. Blue 4, meanwhile, firing over at some Green 4 elements over there. Now it is just up to Danny, but he is getting encircled here. Great eyes by Korvac. Falcon says check Discord. And that was Artisan killing D. Barnes when he woke back up, but then Artisan getting killed by Danny. Okay, Falcon wants me to check his spot in a second. I'm trying to see if anyone's going to come down and check on Danny here. Blue 4, meanwhile, they've driven up to this ridge, avoiding the bridge, and that might catch that Green 4 position off guard. Top of that hill is 1,200 meters. This is 1,103, but it downslopes, and I don't have a reference marker for there, so they might be even. Danny gets a second kill, but takes out his concealment, and then Purton comes up and basically knocks him out. So Danny on 2 kills there, but it's kind of an even trade. Blue 4 again having that 5% number advantage, so it is not worth it. You're going to see Purton get those double taps, and there's his first kill. All right, meanwhile, looking over, Green 4 is turning all their forces over. You have these massive long-range attacks here. Let's go ahead and check on Falcon. Falcon is hiding under the bridge. Under the bridge. God damn it, Falcon. I'm not going to lie, that is a really good spot to hide. Because he almost perfectly fits in there, but if someone comes down on the bank, they're going to see him. And I wonder if shots are going to get hitboxed on there. But quickly, I'm going to look over to Blue 4 here. This ridge, yep, it's higher than the Green 4 one, and you'll be able to then see those defensive trenches dug and those cars there. And I think they're already starting to spot that out. If we look at Olaf's binos. Whoops, clicked out. Yep, he sees the vehicles. He sees Green 4 Olive right there. Technically, you could then call in the UH-60 to do some minigun runs on that position, but Blue 4, we're probably going to see these forces either do a wide maneuver around, or they're going to engage from that hilltop, which it's just going to stall the fighting, in all honesty. And then you got this 4-man group down here, but they're going to completely bypass the bridge. So some really long-range fighting. Spottum and Dobbs have died on that hill, but they were able to take out 3 Green 4 guys, Danny, D. Barnes, and Gretsch. So again, Blue 4 maintaining that 5% numbers advantage ever so slightly. Falcon being Falcon, yep. Now we got some close range fighting here. Bayant is with Chow pushing up. I haven't seen Bayant with Dooley in a while. Instead, he's been hanging out with Chow. I hope the Bayant-Dooley friendship is still going A-okay. Now he's coming up aggressively. They managed to get some great grenades on Tenlopes there. He'll probably wake back up. Bayant checking around. He hears something right here. Spots Argeo and suppresses him. Knocks out the bush. A grenade is thrown, I think by friendlies, though. That knocks Bayant off his feet. And there's the double tap with the one shot from the handgun. As expected by Bay. Just a level of finesse. Meanwhile, looking over here, looks like Blue 4 got a Moz round on that Ural and took it out. And now you have this massive long-range fight as both sides are now fighting from these massive hilltops. Those rockets are not going to reach. There's the UH-60 though coming in. This beautiful barrage of fire. Looking over it on the American side here. Got Blue 4 all around these positions. Heavily entrenched fighting. And this is literally like a kilometer, I want to say 900-meter long engagement here. And you got Delta all the way down here. Yeah, those RPGs landing super short. There's no way you can range in that shot. So it's Geary. Someone just got shot out by that 12.7 Dishka. RPGs coming around. They're doing their best to try to stay in cover here. Oop. Looks like they're trying to drive around. Maybe they noticed that barricade on the bridge, and they don't want to risk it. We're actually seeing some dismounting right here. Well, Ironder's on Blue 4, that's the thing. So Green 4, I mean, they took a pretty hefty amount of fire, but they're otherwise okay. Still got some barraging shots. You got X-Ray now coming in aggressively on that northern position. UH-60 supporting. I'm going to be honest. Ooh, that was an Iander shot for sure. That close. I'm a little worried about Green 4 here. They have to stall for 34 more minutes. And even though they're going to be able to keep that force at bay, this X-Ray team could break in and take those guys out. Which, by the way, the UH-60 was actually forced to make an emergency landing. Slightly rolling down the hill here. I think the Dishka was able to pump some rounds into it and cause it to dismount. At the cost of the Dishka gunner's life, actually. Dishka now turned over there. So we'll see if they're able to do some repairs or if its fuel tank was hit. They are doing some repairs. So great shooting by Green 4 here, though. But Blue 4 is returning the favor. Did Jack just get a second kill? Because I thought I saw a triangle disappear. But he did not. His first kill was on that sniper. Tymek now trying to fold back. The VIP is not there. Fred moved to the southern one. So it's Falcon and Banks that are the other two VIPs. And I got Blue 4 down here. They set up an SSWT kit to stabilize that machine gun. And now they're trying to fire uphill. Trying to get some lucky headshots here. More AT coming in. Nicked this guy right over here. They're starting to get a few kills. We've got Saddam here. Firing an HE round. That's going to fall short. Yep, there it is. Close, though. It was within 50 meters. But meanwhile, Blue 4 over at this other flank, we haven't been seeing, giving it much attention. You got a Blue 4 body right there. You got the Green 4 bodies that were up here previously. Some smoke cover. They're dragging Carlson back. We see some bandages, but otherwise this part's been a bit stalled. Looking at the skull counts here, more skulls are being seen on Green 4 than Blue 4. But if this stalling continues, oh my god, it's banned. And they know he's coming. Wow. What a fight right there. Neither was really able to lead their shot until they got into that lineup, and there's the double taps on Bay. So, Trigerius, I believe he killed Bayan, and Chow would have been his battle buddy to run down here, so great on Trigerios there. Blue 4 has 5.56. Green 4 have a mix of 7.62 by 39 and 5.45. You have to clarify with 7.62 because 39 and 51 or 54 are much different calibers. 51 closer to 54, but, you know, 39 smaller. So this is what we're seeing right here. X-Ray's actually getting some good snipes in. Frost still trying to medic a dead body. But let's see, the sniper would be... I actually don't see someone with a sniper. Oh, Lolo took it as the squad leader, and he's gotten 2 kills. Yeah, no, Lolo is a very... He's one of the more patient snipers, but if you give him an opportunity in an environment like this, he will get kills. Especially with that T5000, that nice 338. And he just got his 3rd. So yeah, you actually see the 3 bodies that he got right here. All 3 of them in that small little group. You got smoke going. I can't believe it. They might have actually just forced a Blue 4 route here. They're going back in the direction they came from. So Blue 4 might try to pull back and then attack from going into the low ground here to get closer to the actual objective. So Green 4 still has a good chance. They've taken more casualties, but that's because Blue 4 has way too many forces up on Overwatch. Meanwhile, this ridge defense, you've seen a lot of Green 4 pulling back here. But they've been taking a few casualties. You got a few bodies lining up. And some grenades are being thrown and accidentally hurting each other. Moz round coming in. Great Moz round shot. Knocking out someone, causing damage to everyone else here. I think that body was already there. I feel like if we go to Bravo right now, we're going to see Mr. Iander. And looking over at Bravo here. Actually, no, I don't see Iander. Iander's Delta 1, and he's all the way over there. So this was the 29th ID's AT guy. That was Cosmonaut. Great shooting by Cosmonaut there. All right. I don't think I've ever seen a gun in Arma 3 chambered in 7.62 by 63. That just sounds crazy. But yeah, if Blue 4 continues to stall, I don't know what we're going to see at this point. You got 2 guys on spotter scopes over here. I think they're watching, so they're calling out Blue 4's positions over here. But yeah, they're snipers in a different spot, so they're basically just watching to see if Blue 4 pushes down from that one spot. Maybe to then call in an explosive trap that was put right here. So who would the triggerman be? It would be Despo. So they're probably in radio contact with Despo for him to call the explosion when it happens. So that's some really great spotting by Green 4 here. Still not halfway through the round. Another 3 minutes. Again, most of this round was dedicated to maneuvering, but now we have to see how Blue 4 is going to follow through with this attack. And, you know, come down and take all these positions. 30-6 is pretty much 308. And 308 is, you know, pretty much 762 by 54. You know, not exact, but close. Wow. Yeah, good thing he got off that gun. That third shot might have been a headshot. Who is that? That has to be the marksman. That's Martin with a freaking holographic sight, literally shooting at pixels. That's impressive. At that range? Hilltop to hilltop? Like, that's great. Ah, 762 by 63 is 30-6. Gotcha. Gotcha. I didn't know that. I didn't recognize it by that designation. My bad. So the guy that slayed Bay, we've got a few more Blue 4 coming down right here. He's on 4 kills now. He's basically running his own guerrilla war. Why is that car tumbling? Did they just roll down the hill? They might have just rolled down the steep hill. And they're still partially alive. They're bandaging, but yeah, no, we saw it like spinning around on my interface. I'm pretty sure they just fell down the damn hill with that thing. Surprised that didn't blow them up, because that much of a drop on a sheer cliff if they're rolling? Like, damn. But no, they'll be able to drive back, potentially get behind Blue 4 here. I'll be curious to see what Soul does, because it's a play by him that could turn this around. As I predicted, Blue 4, yep, they're coming around. They're going to try to capitalize on this region, foregoing this position, but, you know, giving these nice little fortifications to Blue 4 to fire at the main fortification from, as they pull back with, I think, a good chunk of their forces still up, to be honest. There's Soul firing at people. You got some Green 4 shots coming up here as well. Please tell me Soul didn't just get a 5th kill. Okay. I was about to say, like, you know, get one and then pull back. Looks like he got Artisan. I see him going for bandages. He spots Whiplash. Soul now running down. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to expose himself too much to the right. Whiplash might have just saw him. Put some shots on Artisan. Putting some shots on Whiplash, but Whiplash takes him out. Yeah, Soul was in the open. Whiplash was in a decent position to cover. He did get hit a few times on the arm, mind you, but he was able to get the kill. Whiplash putting some GLs up there just to be safe. It's a little over. Hits that damn cactus, because fuck that cactus. I love textures in this game. When you destroy them, they just go into a prone state. But no, he was able to get the pick off there, but there's no way to confirm. Now, here's the thing. Blue 4 doing a bit of a pincer attack on this position, but with this garrison pulling back, I think they're going to be able to how do I put it? The pincer has 2 smaller groups attacking, whereas Green 4 has a very large garrison here and a large force on the outside. So I'm pretty sure Green 4 can weather the attack here by committing this outer force to flank one of the pincer attacks and then go back and hit the other pincer. The cactus was a prick. Damn your puns. Green 4 can defeat in detail. That would be one way of looking at it. But Blue 4, they're just manned by Green 4 here at this final objective. Because Blue 4, I mean, there is a little bit of defeat in detail going right here. Blue 4 has to check all these zones, so they divided their forces amongst all these positions. I gotta wonder if everyone got killed by the sniper there for Blue 4, which would be Lurch. No, Jack. Jack's on 3 kills now. I think he was able to pick off everyone on that island because I don't see them anymore. Where they died, I have no idea. Okay, you got a second body right there. The first one there. His third one, I don't know. But if Despo's patient, he can wait for that group to go over the bridge. That spotter will then see it and then, you know, tell him to blow the charges. 23 minutes remaining. I mean, Falcon's got a great spot. Fred is going to be found in the next 5 minutes and killed by this 5-man group. But the question is, can Green 4 kill these smaller attack waves and still hold out? Despo's battle buddy got taken out, but he did just get the kill on Jack's battle buddy. That was, yeah, Lurch. Jack got the 4th kill, so Lurch was the one that sniped Despo's battle buddy down there. And now you're having this ridge attack. Ooh, Alm Tree's coming up. He got a great double kill right there, though, before he went down. So 2 for 1. I mean, if Green 4 goes 2 for 1 and all of their kill-to-death ratios, they will win. But, yeah, it could have gone better, but it also could have gone a lot worse if these Blue 4 guys got here first instead of that group, because they would have just gotten shot out from entrenched positions. That was kind of lucky, though. Fred, we'll see how long he holds that corner. AT shots. Yep, nope, flew over. They're trying to hit the Vic up there. Here's the thing, though. If everything starts focusing on up here, I really don't agree with Green 4 trying to countercharge that position from the open. I think it's going to be way too risky. I get that they're trying to pop GLs here, but their head's coming over. Also, it exposes them from this other flank, which is now going to slow down to engage them. It's just a really tough call, but you got Blue 4 suppressing that smoke. You see over there, Platoon HQ for Green 4, one of the HVIs that needs to be defended by Green 4 is starting to get breached on. And they just got him. Blue 4, they're going to probably swim it to check it out, bypassing the charges. We'll see what Despo does. But 20 minutes on this remaining attack wave. Looking down here, you got Oh, it's Norris. Let's see if Norris is worth all my praise tonight. Again, one of the best players here, especially when he has a 249 to work with. The 249 is, in my opinion, one of, if not the best overall balanced weapon for PvP because of how it handles recoil. Norris goes in there, gets his first kill. The gun's literally designed so after the first few shots, it'll pull back up, and thus you're able to keep rounds on target. He quickly checks that to make sure it's not an explosive trap because the PKM boxes, when you're moving quickly, can look like satchels. He's joined by Herb. But yeah, this close breach. He runs up there, gets his next kill. He's going to find Typical. No, he gets stuck. But in that climb, gets knocked out by Typical. He could still wake back up. So yep, now he's bipoding that spot. That's really cheeky that they made that extra gap right there. Arcor getting grenaded, but we see T4 Herb going down. I'm going to be honest, that is a really... Notice how they intentionally put the space here, so you have to go over there and then climb. That way, if you try to run up it, you'll get stuck like what Norris did, and then Typical can just mow you down. That is really, really evil, in all honesty. It's fair, it's genuine, but it's evil. Defender's advantage. That's why they give the attackers more numbers, because the defenders could come up with some really cheeky bullshit like that. The best counter for a spot like that. Oh, there goes my hero. No, he's going to immediately climb over. No! Ah, because he could have killed him, come in here, gotten some more kills in there. Well, let's see. Banks is just hiding. Yep, behind a car in a corner. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, well. Streamer's curse. Did Arcor just... Habib, why did you throw the pin? You're supposed to throw the grenade, not the pin, Habib. Habib! Habib! Oh, my God. Well... That just happened. We just heard some explosions go off. Despo is still alive. I think he's running back down. We still got some guys over there as well. You've got the remainder of Green 4 also coming around down here, but the main fight is down here. Now notice one thing that's really interesting. This pincer, even though it's been attacking on its own, they've bypassed Green 4. The other wave got stuck right here. They are trying to fold back in, but this pincer might actually bypass everything. And at this point, I think Green 4's days are numbered. 17 minutes remaining, but if they start running low on manpower, that other pincer is going to come in. We got some really aggressive players like Montgomery and Whiplash coming in here. Oh, Whiplash caught in a reload, and Arcor takes him out point blank. He's on 2 kills now with multiple vehicle kills. Blue 4 now breaching. Ganry comes in. Don't go in there, you goober! What did I just witness? What did I just witness? That beep was an explosive satchel being thrown in, which was a great play. Burton, check the car. It's hide and go seek at this point. Ooh, Burton's gonna get on the rooftop. Gets spotted by Banks and literally Hillary Clinton. Unfortunately, Whiplash killed himself. Multiple shots to the back of the head. That's what the CIA rules it as. So yeah, more Blue 4 can start trickling down. Green 4 doesn't have a lot of defenders left. It's literally just up to Banks to stay alive and Falcon to stay alive for the next 16 minutes. Can they do it? Yeah, so Blue 4's sweeping that area. They know they're not there. They know they're not there because they already killed a VIP there, and they're starting to scan that area. So they have to be in this remaining sector. $15 minutes remaining. Trying to frag this. Honestly, again, the best way to breach this building second story, especially if you have a way to climb on the side, is to climb up to the rooftop. Especially if you see the bunker in here. Chaos gets the kill, but then gets taken out while he's reloading as Montgomery is the second guy to push up there. Naders pushes in, kills Typical. And now it's literally hide and seek. Yeah, Pierce and Saddam on the outside. A few Green 4, actually a lot of Green 4 still on the outside as well. Explosive just heard. So that was Despo's explosive finally going off on the bridge. You got a conscious guy up there. Frost trying to find a way to enhance movement out the window, but you can't. AT fired up, hitting and destroying that Humvee that was mounting up to potentially charge down there, killing a guy. Great AT shot by Pierce. Pierce has been surprising me. I mean, I would say he's one of the players I've witnessed getting just better and better as the months go by and making some really good shots. So that was pretty impressive. Some smoke's coming down. Twins running naked with his binos out. He does not want to get shot today. Other M240 Humvee, though, is kind of annoyed her sister craft got destroyed. All right, that's quieted down. Blue 4 is firing up at their own dudes. A little bit of miscommunication there. But we need to see the rest of those forces come in to play 13 minutes of hide and seek. Pierce's battle buddy goes down. Now it's just up to Pierce. Wait. Okay, no, that triangle's actually further back. I'm just trying to get a bird's eye view here just to see if either of the VIPs are going to get found soon or if Pierce is going to get walked up on. See some marksman shots by Galil here from his AK. I don't know where that RPG went. It's up there, so that might have been Pierce giving another shot. He's going for infantry snipes. You could try to get that dude on the hill if he wants. Arma 3 is only on PC because consoles would not have the processing power for this game because it's really CPU focused instead of GPU, which most consoles focus on the GPU nowadays and the actual CPU processing. It's hide and seek. 12 minutes of literal hide and seek. But both these rounds have been rather long tonight. That gives 12 minutes for Green 4 to start encroaching the rest of their forces here before Blue 4 can find them. It's just hard to do a large bird's eye view of this, because I don't know what's going to happen. All right. We got Galil also falling into the AO right there. Let's see if he's able to do anything. Got some suppressive shots going out. That's on Pierce. Takes him out. Frost coming around. I think he might have spotted Galil here. Galil spots him, though. Frost trying to get some shots out. Unable to. Frost gets knocked out. Oh, no. Falcon's going to wait till he sees someone actually look at him. Oh, my God. I hate this spot, Falcon. I genuinely hate that spot. There's no way in hell they're going to check under there. There's no way. Like, from a bird's eye perspective, I get it. But when your POV's locked to this, I mean, he gets covered by that little bench plate there. I don't even know what to call it. But Bank's spot is even more ridiculous. Like, that's obvious. Like, you gotta, if you're playing hide and seek, you gotta check at least under and behind the vehicles, especially if they're, like, suspiciously propped in the damn corner. I want a streamer curse, Falcon, damn it. I want to see that spot get foiled.
So, let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
But no, furthermore, I want to come back next week in an HVI. Okay, Pierce just got shot to death by Miller. After, yeah, Frost is still down. Double taps there. I want to see another rule come out to say no hiding under bridges next round. I know. Well, yeah, no, it is up to FNF staff to decide stuff like that. They did decide if they hid in water, it would be cheating. But, I mean, no, the bridge is, in my opinion, this spot's fair game. It's a little, I think it's the most OP spot within the parameters that they could make. But it's completely valid. And they got 10 minutes to basically sweep this area and check certain spots. Katarino coming in, taking out, was that Miller? No, that was another Blue 4 player. But let's be honest, if Blue 4 doesn't find Banks, they're not going to find Falcon, because Banks' spot is a lot more obvious, but, you know, you got to think as a hide-and-seek player. Up. Yeah, by the way, Arma 3 is haunted. Montgomery doing a great aggressive play, killing Katarino there, but yeah, no, Arma 3 is haunted. Fun fact. Fun fact. I'm going to write that one down. Let's see. Green 4 still have a few guys to trickle in. They got Green Shade back here. They got Despo coming around. Sam and Tiger coming around. Lolo and Revanche coming. How many sniper rounds was Lolo on 7 sniper kills? This is a really good sniper map, to be honest. And he's got some great Overwatch right here to play with. Despo doesn't have a lot of cover here, got hit a few times, but he's able to harass this Blue 4 group. But all of these harassments that the trickling in forces of Green 4 are doing are hampering Blue 4's search operations in this AO. And that might actually let Blue 4 win. It's crazy to think about. Okay. Getting some more slotting requests for the checkpoint RP on Sunday. They gotta be racking their brains wondering where this all is. I mean, they're grenading up here again just to check it. But this also shows that communication's completely broken down if they're breaching certain areas. You got Despo being fired at from that building over there. Yeah, Blue 4 is also rechecking other areas here. They got the other Vodniks that will be able to come in, but we might just see a hide-and-seek victory. Oh, yeah, no, definitely Banks' position is legit. I'm going to be honest, Falcons is as well. If you were to look at this AO objectively, I'm going to be honest, the bridges are... I bet Falcon looked at both of these spots and determined the other bridge was a good one, but... You know, you got to think. Buildings would be your first bet. All right, they just walked up on Despo and eliminated him. You check buildings. You check vehicles. You check rooftops. You check shrubs. You do a line formation along here. You check under bridges. And then you check the frickin' riverway banks. You just divide this into sectors and you just do a frickin' line formation to sweep the sector for all you know? But again, we have the benefit of having the birds at Montgomery is going to find Banks. I'm calling it right now. No! No! Montgomery! And let me guess, Banks has gotten a second kill up there, right? Yeah, he's killed 2 people up there. And they haven't put 2 and 2 together yet about that. Oh, my God. Montgomery, yes! Yes! Oh, my God, thank you. Oh... Hide-and-seek champion, baby! But Falcon, they're... Again, Falcon's spot is technically legitimate. It's like on the edge, I would say. It's going to be one of those things where, again, in future missions, they're probably going to write in the briefing, mission rules, no hiding under bridges. Because it's a legal spot. It's just one that you wouldn't think about, and it's one that I haven't seen used in any of these game modes yet. But I want to see if this coastal group right here is going to find it. If they even think about it. Holy fuck, he said, I heard footsteps and I heard gunfire and he died, so I'm scared. So Falcon's saying that over the radio. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, Crab, come on. He's got a 240 Golf. Crab on 3 kills. Oh, he found him! He found him! And that's why that spot's not OP. Because Crab will find him, man. Oh, my God. It was close. It was so damn close. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, damn. Underbridge is legit. Yeah, again, you just have to check because a lot of people don't think to check those spots, but it's legit. Petition to rename VIP to hide and seek. Why is that Vodnik going in the water? Well, the Vodnik floats, so it doesn't matter, but... That was a well-fought round. It literally came down to hide and seek, which is, in my opinion, what a good HVI hunt will come down to. It's like a bonus game within your PvP bloodshed. He slew the troll. Oh, man. Good old Falcon. It's a brutal death for Falcon. Yeah, right? All right, Altis. Down to a little under 90. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and run our ad break here. I'm going to do a classic of mine. Let's actually do... Let's do a playlist here. And change our commands. Alrighty. Falcon hit E on accident instead of W, and he rolled into the bullets. Amazing. All right, Op 4 is attacking Blue 4 here. It's called Sea Monster. Oh, I hope this is something naval, but it doesn't look like it based off of the assets. But I do see Op 4 attacking with some assets here, so let's go ahead and write this up. Op 4 with a 12% numbers advantage. That's going to be the biggest number advantage we've seen tonight. But so far, the attackers have been on a roll. So if you want a safe bet, I'd recommend you do Op 4. But, I mean, people are tired. People are prone to make mistakes on the third round of NA. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Op 4 having 2 gases. Two speedboat miniguns and MI8. Blue 4 has. Okay. New UH-60. What a freaking number advantage. So 12% for the third round. A little nutsy, in my opinion. Did the prediction not get paid out? Blue 4-1. Skin of their teeth, though, but whew. Blue 4-1. And yeah, rules do sometimes get pushed in FNF, but the goal of... Here's my philosophy on pushing rules, all right? Rules are going to get pushed. But if you run into that, you need to just adapt the rule. Make an addendum to the rule, not punish the person that pushed the rule. Because people that push rules are a dime a dozen. But, you know, if you just punish the guy that did that rule, but then don't amend the rule, then you're just leaving it for the next dime a dozen to do it. And then, you know, at that point, you're just getting rid of players. Because then other people will see how they did it, and they'll do it themselves. And if you don't amend the rules, then you're screwed. Rules always have to adapt based off of however many people go through a system. And as, you know, times change, people learn things, technology changes, yada-da. Now, I could get very political with this, but nah. And then you have people, I'm one of those types that does malicious compliance of rules as well. That's my favorite thing to do. But Arsenal Lupin, thanks so much for the 10-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Now, after this stream, I want to run a poll. Dawn, if you're here, can we run a poll towards the end of the mission? Because I want to continue streaming. We're either going to do DayZ looting, if you guys want to chill with me and do some DayZ stuff and screw with me with audio jump scares, or if you want to see me build a campaign. Because I really want to use that Argentina map. There's a campaign idea I've had on the shelf for a while. I've just been waiting for a good map to do it. And I think that is going to be a great map to do the campaign that I want. And the UNSC thing only has 2 more weeks on it. So I was looking for a new campaign idea, and I thought about doing a few different things, but none of them really stuck to me. But that map is really jumping at me for something. Hello, Shrimp Streamer. Huh. I haven't heard that one before. See, shrimp is a touchy topic with me, because here's the deal. I love shrimp. I absolutely love shrimp. But Bloodwing has an iodine allergy, and shrimp have a lot of iodine in it. So she'll have an allergic reaction if she eats shrimp or eats anything that has had shrimp shell, you know, making a seafood stock out of it. So she's not even allowed to touch seafood stocks or anything. She can't do prawns. She can't do crawfish because of the iodine. But she can do calamari, but I don't think squid have a lot of iodine. But I digress. I think that's been the most brutal thing on me, is not being able to eat shrimp all the damn time. So whenever, like, the rare chance I have it, I think I think I've only had it twice since we moved in together in July or June, but it sucked. Hey, Matt, sorry, I was going off about shrimp. How are you doing?
Send
I'm
in
good.
goat team 6 now.
You having a good time streaming?
Yeah. Are you having a good time playing, man? That was a
Yeah.
funny airdrop, man. I mean, it worked out for you. You almost got ambushed, but then you were able to take those 3 guys out, so that was good.
Yeah, I killed 4 guys with like 800
You're allergic to
meters.
shellfish, yep. Yeah, I know there was a lot of great long-range shots. People that are usually really good at sniping, like Lolo, got some great shots in. Both snipers got quite a few kills under their belt that round, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, I never used the Mark 11 before, and I managed to get some lucky headshots at 800.
Spartan, thanks for the 6-month resub. Hope you keep doing the
It was a nice
operations.
map.
Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Yeah, so I'm actually, I was polling my chat because I'm going to keep streaming after this, but I was asking if they wanted me to do Daisy with audio jump scares or build a campaign, because I've had this really cool campaign idea, but I've been waiting for a proper map to do it, and that might be the map I do it on because it'll also fit with the storyline I've wanted to do. So I'll pull them in, but it's like a Vietnam era style with the gear and whatnot, but it's Cold War themed. So what if during the Vietnam War the U.S. also heard that a place like Argentina, which coincidentally that map is, has a Soviet presence in it, but the campaign evolves into Argentina itself actually had a revolution and is run by a bunch of ex-Nazis. So they have an alliance with the Soviets and to rebuild themselves, but then there's a double cross, and then the U.S. have to kind of clean that up. But I can blend in a few Soviet-themed missions as well to also showcase that double cross. And then maybe even by the end, the Soviets and the U.S. have to work together to finish it. I haven't really worked out the end of it yet, but I want to check out that map and see if that would be a good thing, because I wanted to blend like actual full-on campaign missions with a few 12 or 6-man SOG missions as well. Just in an interesting environment like that one. I think it would work really, really well.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I do have a request if you do that.
What?
Work a Scud missile into it.
Oh, of course we're going to work Scud missiles into it, baby. Hell yeah.
I might have to look into joining that. What group were you thinking about doing
That
it
would
for?
be running TSB probably Mondays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Alrighty, I'll look into it. It sounds really interesting.
So I have 2 UNSC missions for a mini campaign to run on those slots. So probably mid-April is when we'd start running something like that. It would
Nice.
probably be with our Vietnam mod set, which requires SOG Prairie Fire, which won't be a problem because I know you played in the SOG missions here.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably bundle the Argentina map in my own mod pack to get it in, because we're not allowed to alter the mod sets within TSB. However, because I helped rebuild that community from Battlefield 4 to its Arma powerhouse that it is today, I'm allowed to put a few mods in a mod that I redistribute on Steam, which is technically against the EULA, but that's the only way to make these people load these damn things properly for missions like these. So I just put it up for the op and then I take it down. That way I don't get in trouble. But, it's the only way to get these people to load these damn mods sometimes, because some can get very stingy about it, but it's okay. But yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, sure. I'd be really interested in that. Have a good stream, man.
Are you off for the night? You're playing round 3.
I'm gonna play some round 3. We'll see if I
Righto.
can get some kills.
Good luck.
If I die, I'll maybe come up here and join you.
Yeah, by all means.
All right, see you, man.
See ya. Don, I'm not sure if you said yes or no to the poll. I might have completely missed it. By the way, for those who don't know, that is Maz. He is the primary mission maker, which might not be his official title, but in my opinion, he is, because he's the one that builds all these kits, builds all of the... Okay, no, actually, no, he just builds the kits and he builds missions. He doesn't do any of the scripting behind it. I think that's left to other people, but he's responsible for a lot of the kit balance here. And yes, I just fixed my posture so I don't look like a shrimp. And yes, I just caffeinated. Let me actually go disable the caffeinate option, because that was the last thing of coffee that I had. But, oh, man, I could go for some damn shrimp. I accidentally opened Twitter instead of Twitch, which I've been trying to be a little more active on Twitter. Just, posting screenshots of random stuff I've been designing, pay for pains, that sort of thing. I'll try to, be a little more active on that media platform. Go ahead, disable the caffeinate. Awesome. Yeah, the poll up near the end, Don. I'll let you know. So hopefully you'll be around. But I appreciate everything you do, Don. Thank you so much for joining me at this late of an hour. Falcon's raging because he sat down there for 57 minutes to do a misinput. He hit E instead of W to go forward. So instead he rolled to the right as Crab just emptied his machine gun into him. It was pretty damn funny. So yeah, he just sat there for 57 minutes doing nothing. Again, that's why I don't think Falcon should be VIP, because he's a lot more aggressive than that. All right, so regardless of what happens and what you guys decide you want to see me stream, I'm going to tab out for a few minutes, probably play another 3-minute ad break, just so I can get some people slotted for Checkpoint RP and get some other stuff done. But I'm excited for Checkpoint RP. I think it's going to be a really fun 3.5 hours. And yes, I did have my Korean iced coffee, so I'm going to be up for a while. Hey, Iceberg, how you doing? Yeah, my posture's fine. Don't you fucking worry. I'm not going to become an actual shrimp. Nah, 6-minute ad break, that really treat... I can't do more than 3 minutes, though. Trust me, like, here's what I wish I could do. Because I would totally... Iceberg, yeah, go look at the roster. If you guys want, go into my Discord, get an Arma tag. You'll see a Checkpoint RP channel. Documentation's all there. It's going to be Sunday at noon. Tomorrow I'm going to be DMing everyone individually with a small video talking about how everything's going to work. And we'll see how all that goes, because I do have some special instructions for this specific operation due to some stuff that's been going on. But yeah, it's going to be a really fun stream. But then this weekend, I want to also prepare a few other things. Originally this weekend, I wanted to just like kind of take a break, but instead I'm going to be doing a fun 3 p.m. event instead of the 38th. I took an LOA from that just to do some ESM streaming, which is going to be like capture the flag team v team for PvP. So that's going to be... I was told 3 p.m., but I was also told noon, so I'm going to go get a clarification on that time. But that should be fun. But I also have a birthday stream to prep, so we'll see how that goes. But, ooh, righty. So it's Soviets versus Greeks for this mission. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead to the brief. This one's made by DJ Vin. I love seeing him drop by. He's one of Emzakov's gentlemen. Really fun guy. And he's also, I've seen him grown really well over the past few months of, just learning to play more and more aggressively, and he's been getting into mission making. So I'm happy he's been evolving in this. But anyway, background. Altis is a strategic point in the Aegean Sea for both the Hellenic and Russian army. For many years, the tension between both states were on edge. That has all changed during the last 2 weeks when the Russian president declared Altis as their own land, technically the island of Limnos, because that is a real place, and demanded the Hellenic army to retreat and leave the island in peace. Oh. It's Crimea 2.0. It's actually a bad joke. Anyway, the Greek government, on the other hand, disagreed and sent more troops to operate on Altis. Last week, the Russian forces made landfall on northern and southern parts of the Eastern Peninsula without any resistance. After scouting of what is ahead, they decided to try and push into Altis a little more and try taking over multiple strategic points. Notes, alternate history, obviously. Mission rules, Op 4 can teleport only one squad into the Safe Zone 3 alongside X-Ray. So that's probably a deep in area. I would imagine that's up here. So one extra squad up there to push in. But anyway, let's go ahead. Look at our game mode here. It's a sector control. So how sector control works is as long as Blue 4 has one person alive and in the sector as an infantryman, not on a turret, not in a vehicle. And when I say vehicle, I mean not like... some vehicles where you can physically climb in, but it still counts you as an infantry guy, whereas in a vehicle means you're actually in one of the specific slotted seats of the vehicle, coding-wise. But as long as Blue 4 has an infantryman in the AO, Op 4 cannot put an infantryman in the AO to automatically take it. So Blue 4 is forced to hold these AOs as infantry. And there are going to be 3 different sectors that they can utilize, which is nice. So, 3 sectors. All 3 sectors have to be taken by Op 4 to win. Map settings. Both sides are going to have 2 AT rounds and 1 HE round per player within the teams. Each team has an AT gunner and an AT assistant. And then every squad has 2 teams. So that means you basically force every squad, put a ×4 next to all these numbers. So every squad has 8 AT rounds and 4 HE rounds to work with for this scenario. We're going to go ahead, since I'm already at Op 4, we're going to start with Op 4 because they are the ones attacking. Their uniforms are going to be Spetsnaz and Gorka camos here. And as I said earlier, Maz, you know, he is the reason why all these exist, so hats off to him. He might join us if he dies early. But anyway, let me break down what all these mean. Platoon leader, platoon sergeant, squad leader, team leader. Auto rifleman, which gets the first gun of choice in the breakdown of the loadout, which is usually the lighter one, so an LMG, light machine gun. So it's going to be the RPK. Auto rifleman assistant, grenadier, grenadier infrared. So there are some grenadiers in the squad that have, I said infrared like an idiot. It's just meant to be IR, hunt IR rounds. So a hunt IR round is a grenadier round that you fire in the air, and it basically then has a parachute come out, and it turns into a little camera that can then look down. You can connect it to a terminal that the gunner of the grenadier rifle has, and then he can use it as a little camera. It has regular vision and night vision capability, no thermal, but you can then use that to approximate where enemy positions are, and the parachute can be shot at to put holes in the parachute to make it fall to the ground quicker because it's carried by the wind. And then it just despawns when it hits the ground. However, fun fact, it will hurt you if it lands on you. I learned that a few weeks ago during a 506 stop. Machine gunner, usually with the MMG, the medium machine gun. Machine gunner assistant for the extra ammo, and some binos to spot for the MG. Combat engineer, so they get the explosive. Choice of explosives include 2 satchels, 4 explosive charges, 2 AP mines, anti-personnel, and 2 tripwire flare mines, or 3 anti-tank mines. Usually you see people take satchels. Sometimes they'll take charges or mines, though. Each thing has their own advantage depending on what role, if you're the attacker, defender, what type of AO you're playing, yada yada. Light anti-tank with the single-shot disposable AT weapon. Mat 1 and Mat 2, because you can sometimes differentiate to give both AT and AA to a roster, but both are going to have the RPG. Recon infantry, so sometimes they give them special stuff to wear. These are the non-suppressed guys, though, because the recon infantry supports are the actual suppressed gunners, which is why they have that beanie. And this is how you distinguish them. Designated marksman at the squad level. Every squad has at least 1 marksman. In this case, Op 4 is going to have the SVD, which we don't see on the loadout. Sniper is going to also have a beanie, but with that 338 you see right there. Crewman leader and crewmen for vehicles, pilots, and then medic, and then the base kit that they all rely on. So I'll go quicker with Blue 4. I like to break that down because not everyone knows. And you got to break down every video because you never know who's watching in what order. But anyway, AK-74s for Op 4 here. They got the RPK listed. Again, what the automatic riflemen get and what the machine gunners get, the PKP. You know, it's just a heavier gun, better fire support. Depends on the role, yada yada. Recon get the T5000 for their sniper, a nice 338 sniper rifle that, in my opinion, I'd say out of all the sniper rifles I've seen utilized, I feel like I see the most kills per week, not specifically per match, but per week with the T5000. That's just my personal observation. And then the gunners get a choice of the 45-round magazines with an AKS that's suppressed, or an integrally suppressed AS-Val with 20-round magazines of 9x39. And then the crewmen or aviation guys get either the PP2000 submachine gun or an AKS-74 for this round. I don't believe there's going to be anything on the crew-served weapons roster, so let's go ahead and look at the attack roster here. For the vehicle assets for Op 4, we have 2 speedboat miniguns. Speedboat miniguns are actually going to have a rear equipped with 4 100-round of 12.7 for the rear turret. Now, you got to be careful about this turret because since this is the Op 4 version, it means it is basically the vanilla static 50 cal on the back of it, which means it has a really impressive scope. It's really accurate. You can auto range it with the T key, and it'll auto range and what's the word? Where basically, you know, if you have a target at longer distance and you have to then, you know, move your gun up to indicate approximate for gravity, it auto ranges for you. That's what I'm trying to go for. But you know, it sets all that up for you. You just have to hit the T key. So that gun can also be used as a sniper rifle at longer ranges, which is why you might not see Blue 4 do any coastal defenses, and I'll get into that when we break down the AOs. There's also some speedboats here for some slower vehicles. 2 BTR-80s, 12.7 and 14.5 millimeter guns on the KPTV turret, which you see right there in the PKT. Got to be careful, though. It's only 50 rounds of anti-material ammunition, which, you know, it's bigger than a 50 cal, but in my opinion, Arma 3 takes 14.5 and 50 cal pretty similarly, except 14.5 has a higher likelihood of doing heavier damage to soft-skin vehicles like aircraft or APCs. But 50 cals on Blue 4 side Vix They have double the ammunition, which means they can fire for, twice the time on average. Of course, all guns have different fire rates, but you know what I'm getting at. 2 gas transports, 4 gas trucks, an MI8 with no side guns. Interesting. And then 2 UAZs, which can carry 7 people apiece. Looking over at the roster here, we've got Korvac, ground commanding. We've got Lolo doing his medical at the platoon level. Korvac, really good player. He did pretty well last round, so we'll see what he is capable of doing today. X-Ray being led by Arking. Zombie Sniper playing medic. D. Barnes taking the sniper role. Genry being the 2IC, and then Chaos and Naders. Yeah, the F key doesn't work. Usually the F key can be used to jump to players here, but they're already all the way up here. I just want to see what Naders has. He is taking the AS Val. This, I feel like, is a better environment for the AKS, but the AS Val, I've also seen, people sneak up and get into close range and use the AS Val to absolutely tear people apart. So, another good choice there. Otherwise, we got Montgomery leading Bravo, HQ, Caterino, and Schult, I believe, are going to be a Vic crew for a BTR-80, because you see them with the AKS carbines. But otherwise, Sholin leading Bravo with Carlson, Herb, Shine, Snatch Goblin, Eagle, and Lee. Bravo 2 being led by Drake with Dogbirds, Parkour, Norris with a PKP. Good to note there. Let's see if he doesn't get cucked by someone on a rooftop this time, and he goes ham with that machine gun. Racing, Addict, Cheese, and Elm Tree. Sideways leading... Charlie. Coop is in a vehicle crewman role, so we might see him to actually, I see another crew with a BTR, so he just might be an extra vehicle crewman slot to work with the Vic. Otherwise, Grab is also loaded in there as a team leader. He's got Khalil, Maz, Tiger, Revanche, Chow, and Bant together with him. Chadwick leading Delta HQ with Thigh, Rab, and Jack as the vehicle crew for that BTR. Bobby has leading H2, Pert and Dobbs, Twins, Frost, and Hookie. Sam and Reapers are going to be a flight crew for the MI8s. Again, a little useless. The MI8's only job here, because it doesn't have a camera to spot with, it doesn't have any weaponry, its best use is just going to be moving units in the field, because it's a really big airframe. It's really easy for a single stray 50 cal round to hit. Any of this top part will knock out the engine. So it has a very big engine apparatus to get shot. Oh my god. What is this? Adorable. So... it's not even really that good as, something to draw attention with. I guess if you fly it, like, really high up, but even then, it's a reason it's like trying to fly a giant whale in the sky, but that is what they're going to be rocking. But meanwhile, going over to Blue 4, I only got 5 minutes left to make this bet for you, so I will speed run this. Blue 4 is going to be rocking Greek kits with lizard camouflage. So I'm going to quickly just scroll down to the Marksman, because the Marksman's never shown. That appears to be actually an HK 418, and they're probably going to put an MOS scope on it. 416. My bad. But yeah, L1A1s with 416s. L1A1s, I don't think you can set a full auto, though. So the HKs are going to be the Grenadier weapon for squad leaders and whatnot, which is why they have those two listed. Mini-Me's, which are basically 249s, F&Mags, which are 240 Bravos, 72 Laws for the single-shot disposable. Suppressor shooters get a choice of the Mark 14 or the MP7. Again, 40 rounds for the MP7's good, but I think they want the range that you can get with the M14. Sniper gets a choice of a M2010 with potentially camo, and then Crew and Aviation get the MP7 or the HK 416. Crew, I'd actually recommend get the 416. Or excuse me, the MP7 in their choice, because it's a little more CQC. And usually if they go down to short-range AT, they're going to get into a CQC fight for their life anyway. Assets, UH-1Y, which I could have sworn was a UH-60, but whatever. They got 2 gunners there with only 1,000 rounds each across 5 different magazines. You've got 2 113 M2s with, wow, 1,500 rounds of M2 there. And they also have smoke generators. 1 off-road for transport, probably for their recon, because recon's usually a team of 6, 4 quad bikes, and a single M2 static. How much ammo? 400 rounds, 4 boxes of 100. Looking at their roster here, scrolling all the way up to the top, we got Patriot commanding. One of the more veteran commanders. We'll see what defensive strategy he's able to come up with. Olaf leading a 4-man X-ray team. Timek being the sniper. Despo and Falcon being the suppressed shooters. Falcon's going to go for an MP7. I think he's going to rock the low ground here. And they're going to go for the quad bikes instead of the off-road, so I guess the off-road will be the command vehicle. But Despo, I have a feeling, no, he's going to be the 2IC because he has that gun there instead. So Interesting. They only have one suppressed shooters. Hopefully Falcon's able to do something pretty interesting. Steve leading Alpha HQ. He's got Ace, Fred, Muniz, Ash, Allegory, and Cammy with him, and Banks as well. Dreek leading Bravo HQ. Bravo still being segregated between the two teams. Bridges leading Bravo 1 with Cosmonaut, Poe, Miller, Green Shade, Warwick, and Martin. We've got Helios leading. Look for the slash in the name. He's leading Bravo 2 with Heinrich, Arcor, Farks, Typical, and Ruckus. Pierce, I believe, yep, he's got the Grenadier weapon, so that means he is part of leadership. Going to be leading Delta 1 with Saddam, Potato, Moist, Zuki, Thomas, and Donner. And then the helicopter, the Huey, is going to be flown by Oddball and gunned by Jack and Lurch on either side of the door guns. I'm going to be honest, though, I always prefer them to have one gunner on the Huey. And they can be a little more conservative about their ammo, because rarely do you have a helicopter get into a situation in Friday Night Fights where you need to have both guns shooting at the same time. So it's better, in my opinion, just to have one gunner switch between the two, because two gunners are going to burn through that ammo a lot more quickly. And trust me, you want to keep ammo in that Huey on a map like this, because there's a lot of open parts where a Huey could be really beneficial. The one thing that I got to look out for are the KPTVs on the BTR-80s with those 50 rounds of 14.5mm anti-material ammunition that could shred that Huey if they're not careful. Barb is not casting. He went to bed early, but he is still in chat, so feel free to say hello to him. All right. And as always, if you ever want to jump into Friday Night Fights, you can do the !FNF command and jump in next week. I will do my best to continue covering. Maybe cut back on NA a little bit in the future, but I know Leclerc is coming back on the 8th to cover FNF NA, so we'll join with him there and see him there as well. Leclerc being the community manager for Bohemia Interactive, which are the devs of this game. Really great guy. We saw him in Splendid Squad, way back in September, and he's just a good guy overall. And I think before him it was Nillers, who was the community dev. Both were great people, good social people. All right, anyway, we've got 1 minute remaining. First AO is a little towards the coast. I do like how fortified it is. It's on a little bit of a football field style of position here, but it looks like Blue 4 is not going to hold it. It does have some pretty open spots. Could watch the coast really well, but, it is also rather open. Blue 4, how many build points did they have? They had 125, which is the default number of build points to work with, so they could have, fortified up any of these areas. Looking, trying to spot fortifications. This time I'm finding rocks. We've got this AO right here, which is Sector 2. Seems to be some security issues. Ah, I see. It's weed farming. Nice. All right, we got some HQ areas as well, but otherwise, that's a pretty nice AO. Really open with the elephant grass. Great place to put some ambushes. I know Falcon could get some great ambushes with that MP7. And it looks like Sector 3 is going to be the solar farm here, which is actually a custom-built area they made to kind of model out the position over here. The only difference, not going to lie, I would actually consider this part of the map if I saw that the roads didn't intersect with this. This does kind of give it away here, but, I mean, this is a pretty well-built solar farm by DJ. Hats off to him. I really like it when mission devs make things and they blend in really, really well with the scenario where you actually can't tell if it's, part of the map or not. Or on the opposite side of the spectrum, like when Night Owl builds stuff. Like the last one that I remember him building was the giant death laser one a few months ago. That one was awesome. Like his AOs, he does one like once a month, but they are so well made and they're just crazy. Absolutely awesome in my opinion. Otherwise, AO has begun. UH-60 going north. I think it's going to try to find Op4 back here. Final thoughts on who to bet on. Looks like Op4 did switch to putting a lot of guys in the MI8, which I think is a good call. That's the only real use for it. And I think X-Rays just divided them on two UAZs on the northern side, which, again, the UH could intercept. That's one goal, one positive you have with putting a second gunner in there, though, is you got one guy watching one direction, one guy watching the other. So in terms of spotting stuff, it could actually be a good trade-off. And I guess in this AO, because it's more open territory, it is a little bit better to have two gunners. So I'll rescind my previous statement about the UH-1Y, but on thicker maps with, like, jungles and stuff, actually, it's in any position, I think it would actually be better to have that second pair of eyes in the sky. So I'll completely take back what I said. I think having two gunners is good. You just got to be careful that you will burn through your ammo a bit quicker. Otherwise, MI8 bypassing and coming all the way up north here, potentially to land around Rotopoli. That's going to be a long 2-kilometer walk to get to the closest AO. Tower's not at the focus of the mirrors. Yeah, that is true. The tower needs to be taking all of that into here, if I remember correctly, this spot. Which is where you're all supposed to be reflecting on. So yeah, it should be more over here, right? But I mean, most people don't know how solar arrays work, to be honest. And I'm going to be honest, I completely forgot that that needed to be a thing. And my mind flashed back to Fallout New Vegas to remember. Yes, I know OFCRA had a DDoS yesterday. I guess we have a minute. So the DDoS that was hitting TSB and the DDoS that hit OFCRA were two separate types of attacks. TSBs came from one specific IP that was able to generate a massive fuck ton of information. That's because that IP was traced back to a Russian service provider for servers, which is why they were able to use a single IP to generate that much power in their attack. Because we have some automatic timeouts that stop IPs from transmitting after 5 seconds of transmitting data. So in that 5 seconds, they were able to completely knock things out. But it was still only a temporary attack, which, you know, as soon as I stopped streaming, it stopped. So the auto timeouts were still working, but they were able to still do, you know, quite a bit in those timeouts. Chopper's powering down. They might have actually damaged it. Yep, you're starting to see them repair. So a bit of a rough landing. I don't see any blood or bandages around here, so didn't hurt anyone, but that's going to stall them a little bit. But the OFCRA one was multiple IPs from various different locations hitting their server at once. And that's also partially the reason why I wasn't allowed to stream EU today, is I told FNF about this, and they feared that I was the target for all of these DDoSes. And that's also because NASA, who's my liaison in OFCRA, said that he was worried that OFCRA was getting DDoS because of me. And I don't think that's an inaccurate statement. But OFCRA's been having DDoS issues, I want to say for the past 3 months. We've seen one DDoS at this same time. I mean, no, you're right. Actually, it is a DOS versus a DDoS, because a DOS would just be a single IP. So yeah, technically TSB's attacks might have been a DOS attack in terms of definition. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry that escaped me. Whereas OFCRA's was a DDoS because the extra D in there means distributed, which I think means multiple IPs bombard a specific position, whereas a DOS is, yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, you're completely right. I'm just used to saying it's a DDoS because that's the universal term people use on the internet, but no, you're right. I'm also really tired right now and also jacked up on coffee. But, so, Anderson feared that EU would be DDoS because, you know, from an outside perspective, it looks like I'm the pinnacle. But I would argue OFCRA gets DDoSed because I've, you know, kind of helped grow them. You know, I'm their face when I stream because, you know, we have over 100 people watching. FNF, you know, same thing, so I get the fear. It's just annoying, though, because I canceled plans with family to cover EU because I heard Leclerc was coming, but that's also why FNF was being so defensive about it, because, you know, they want to look good in front of Bohemia, you know, which community doesn't. It's partially why I canceled my damn plans, because I love working with Leclerc, but, yeah, we exchanged some pretty harsh words in the beginning. Tail just went out. You heard that metallic shot. Engine's still going, though, and this is what I was talking about earlier. That MI8 is a massive target. You saw multiple shots hit it there. So they're actually going to have trouble landing it because they lost the tail, because as soon as they bleed speed, you're going to start seeing it spin. So they're forced to keep it going forward. They'll probably make an emergency landing somewhere up north, try to get it repaired. But yeah. So all in all, in terms of TSB, because I know, like, you know, that's what happened to MCO16, was it was a DDoS attack. Excuse me, a DOS attack, technically. So we're going to redo that at some point. I have a few methods, though, to prevent that from happening again. Because DOS, we're already blocking the IPs. And Yeah, DDoS, I trust that they're gonna, you know, block those IPs as well, because they have the IPs. It's just, you know, getting TSP service provider, which is a virtual server client, to block those IPs. But TeamSpeak, we have total control, so we block the IPs, but we'll see what else happens. Because it's also not hard to generate a new IP, but I digress. I have a backup method for all my major events that do require, you know, that I would like to be streamed. I've got a backup idea for them. But I'm taking a few security measures to make sure that, you know, some things don't get leaked and whatnot. But we'll talk about that more later. Personally, I saw the DOS issue in TSP as a bit of an ego boost, because I also have some pretty bad self-esteem issues with myself when it comes to all this ARMA stuff. But, you know, if I'm popular enough to be worthy of someone's time for a DOS and DDoS attack, then, you know, bit of an ego boost. But it's also made me, you know, reevaluate all my security stuff, made me reevaluate communities. I'll talk about more of this while I'm building ops and whatnot, but it's been a really interesting week. I haven't had this productive of a week in a very long time because of all the crazy stuff I've been doing. So, you know. Some people see it and they break down. Other people see an issue like this and they, you know, try to learn from it, do everything they can, and, you know, put the work in. But I will admit I did lose my temper this morning with Nemesis and Anderson. Because it's pretty much no good deed goes unpunished. Because if I didn't tell them about it and give them my fears and, you know, because I wanted to give them the list of all the IPs that were causing the issues just so they could block them. And said they're like, yeah, no, just don't stream it. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I asked them, like, had I not told you about this, would I have been okay to stream? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not going to say anything next time. Well, that kind of sucks, you know, you help grow a place like this and they throw you under the bus the first time into trouble and you're just like, oh, it sucks. You need a DOS Liru to boost his ego. Yeah, right? I don't know. The only, like, if I suffer a DOS issue or a DDoS issue for an extended amount of time, all we're really going to do is just switch server IPs and keep the server IPs in-house and then, you know, go through some protective measures to play the ops. Because my player base would be willing to do that indefinitely, if even, because, you know, it just means I have to make sure I maximize my op quality and go nuts from there, you know? Give them a reason. I know it was a joke, but, you know. There's a silver lining in everything negative, which can be also interpreted as something really effed up. Oh, I just realized magnified optics are on. So everyone's got magnified scopes here to work with, which means everyone's pretty much a marksman and they can capitalize on these massive open areas. Interesting. But we're going to see Op4 do some massive encroachments here. Might even see some vehicle rushes. Why would someone try to DDoS you or communities you're in? I don't fucking know.
Send in
Because they're bored?
6.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, me 10 years ago, I'd fucking do it to people for the hell of it. Saddam got a great AT shot out here and actually smoked the BTR. Got some 50 cal rounds going in as well. That is going to be an early takeout for that BTR crew. Masquerade, thank you so much for the 6137. Where did I see you playing? Your name's familiar. Were you in OFCRA yesterday? I feel like you were in OFCRA yesterday. Take some more ego boost. I appreciate it. I don't see subs as an ego boost. I see subs as, oh, hey, I can afford my rent, or not rent, my mortgage this month. Just call you Mac? Gotcha. I'll do my best. All right, but hope you keep enjoying the operations, my man. Hope you get a nice kick out of the scenario. And that was your first game? Great, man. I hope you enjoyed it. And if not, I hope you'll be able to give something else a try, because there's plenty of other places to be in. But look at this. I mean, Op4 just rushed Sector 2. But it shows you, Blue 4, they only have a stagnated defense line for these other two sectors. They're going for an all-eggs-in-one basket defense on Sector 3, but having a defensive line to the south to stop any Op4 incursions. Also to potentially stop any river plays, but you got a UH-60 firing down at those forces there, and you got AT rounds coming in. So they've shot the vehicle here, gotten multiple kills. So these Op 4 guys are now cut off, which is generally what you see in a rush play. So these guys aren't going to be able to leave this AO. They're going to be pinned by this Blue 4 group, which means that this group has to rush in and take Sector 1, which they're going to be pretty much... Blue 4 doesn't have anything to really defend against that. That's why the UH-60 is being so aggressive. That's why you have the M2 Humvee firing like this. But they're going to rush in, take that one sector. And this is going to be a quick round because this force is then going to go for Sector 3. And all of Op 4 is going to bypass and try to hit this AO. So that's why you have this BTR up here. Already trying to set up a staging area to possibly hit things from long range. Hopefully they won't high bar themselves. We see the gun already focusing on that. But this will be a pretty even fight. I see... Bans in that one Vic, they're going to go ahead and bypass. So all of these fights are going to be moot, as you're going to now see Blue 4 just massively try to reposition their forces to defend Sector 3, and Op 4 is going to try to trickle in things from every direction to hit that one sector. Op 4 a little divided here. You do have X-Ray now falling behind Bravo 2, but I really like the rush play that we're seeing Op 4 do right here. It's pretty good. Now here's what's scary though. You got a 113 that's come up, and it's now spraying 50 cal shots into here. Quite a few skulls already down for Delta here, because this is the group that did the rush play. But again, their whole goal was to just get in here and take the sector. That group's goal is going to be to get in and take the sector. You see them dismount, so that sector is going to fall within the next minute, and then the fight's going to be for there. So at least we're ending on a high note. Don, can you say something in chat, please, so I know you're paying attention? Don, run the poll for like 20 minutes. Poll options are going to be, should I play DayZ with audio jump scares to let people troll me and have a casual time where you just talk about everything? Or do they want to see me build a new campaign in TSB, which is going to be Vietnam themed? There's Sector 1 being taken, but in Argentina. Just get Cloudflare for your armistice. Yeah, only if it was that simple. Which, you know, for some servers it actually is, but there are ways to beat Cloudflare. There's ways to beat any DDoS protection system. You just have to know what you're doing and have the tools, right tools for the right job. But a system like Cloudflare can, you know, beat out most script kiddies. But that's all cybersecurity, mumbo jumbo. Max poll is 10 minutes? All right, good enough. This round, I think, is going to be close to over by then, because I don't know what the fuck X-Ray is doing. I think they're going to try to get up here, but that's going to be completely out of range. You know, over a click and a half is no real way to do any sniping. You're seeing this massive smoke charge, though. That's what I'm worried about for this flank, though, because usually the attackers take heavy casualties in smoke charges. But, saving grace, they do have the BTR to suppress anything, even if their shooting is a little off right here. And this is the part where Liru gets sponsored by NordVPN. Bro, I'm not going to lie, a security tool based off the fact that I got DDoSed and DOSed would be pretty damn funny. I normally don't do sponsorships. My rule is unless I absolutely agree with it or need it, I'd sponsor it. But I used to work for a VPN company too, which is the funniest thing. The first year I was doing this, I worked at a VPN company. So yeah, UH-60 now hopefully going to go for the infantry. Shouldn't go for the BTR because can't do anything to the BTR. X-Ray also coming around to play defense here. But yeah, as I predicted, they're going to... Op 4 X-Ray is going to be completely ineffective up there. They need to come in and get close at this rate. Ooh, and now Bay's forces are coming around over here. They're doing an early dismount, though. They should have pushed up a little closer because I'm worried they're going to be picked up. But I do appreciate the vehicle charging up. If they had the infantry behind the vehicle, that would be better. But... you know, with the vehicle pushing up like this, unsupported by the infantry, only a few infantry in it. Oh, God. Are they trying to rush the final sector, too? Do they think that's undefended? I mean, that'd be funny if it worked, but... what are they doing? Are they going to dismount and get in the solar tower? Yeah, Tiger's immediately gunned down. Maz, shut the door and climb up to the top of the solar tower, you glorious bastard. Oh my God. Do it. Do it. He's just gonna camp the damn doorway? I'd love to see him like climb up to the top of the tower and just start plinking people because the one guy up here was taken out. But yeah, now you're seeing this really great surrounding here. Op 4's been completely wiped out of the southern zone, so that's all of Delta dead. Hotel died. I think they crash landed when they tried to get the tail rotor of the chopper repaired. No surprise there. Now it's a matter of can Op4 push this area. Blue 4 is a little divided here. You got some X-ray folding in. I think we could see it. All right, Maz has climbed to the first section. There's a dead guy right here. He could get some AT. Arcor's suppressing up here. He's just got to keep his head low because these little slits can still show him. But yeah, no, that AT is going to be great because he'll be able to snipe people like bridges from this one spot. So a really nice rush play by Maz, but this has been a great match to see all these rushes go through. Bay and Shao leading the charge here with Galil behind them. Bay taking out a member of Blue 4 there. Got a 1-1-3 coming around. Does Op4 have any AT back here? They do not. And this is a squad of Blue 4 coming in to reinforce that final sector. They might do an early dismount here to cut them off. Nope, they're going to charge right in. No AT in any part of that group, so they're going to be able to get in there and quickly reinforce. Good call. You got Olaf up here. Does he have any explosives? No, he's going to remove the wheels of the BTR. Oh, are you kidding me? The solar tower ladders do not protect you. Yeah, he's gonna strip all the freaking wheels of the damn BTR. I love it. So Maz looks like he took some damage from something. You got some of Blue 4 pulling in, but now he can camp that ladder. And I'm gonna be honest, if you're in a Blue 4 sector, but Op4 is camping a ladder like this, I think it's totally fair game, because you let them get up here. Oh my, he heard them. He heard them. And he gets a kill with the freaking nade. Damn. Normally you never see grenade kills in FNF, but it was purely open, which means the ricochet actually hit him in the back of the damn head. It works. I'd say Op4's winning, to be perfectly honest. They're a little slow on the offense here, but they're just all over this damn AO. How many wheels has this Olaf taken? Olaf's stolen 2 wheels. Okay. Olaf's acting as a Greek gypsy, and he's just slowly stripping the damn wheels off. And here are the other 2 wheels right here. Oh, but Olaf got spotted by Op4, and he gets shot and killed by Norris there, but I believe Almtree or Parker there got the knockout. Snatch Goblin trying to run up. He is taking some friendly suppressive fire, though. I think it's going on Warwick. Martin firing back. Maz now, yep, he finds Sholin's spot on the solar panel, takes him out. But yeah, no, this is a very dangerous spot to give Op4 because he can now overwatch from right here and occasionally pick people off. He just has to listen for people climbing up the ladder, which this is going to be an issue for him because that engine's on. So he's going to get screwed by that. But look at Bay and on 4 kills right now. Ash is going to spot him and take him out, though. Ah, that hurts. So you got to clear the entire position out before you want to bandage because that'll screw you. Meanwhile, oh my, no. No, and he's got the MP7 to do it. I told you, Falcon's going to find a way to weaponize this elephant grass and use it to his advantage. Literally runs right into Grav. Grav runs back. Grav runs around, gets killed. Revanche hears those suppressed shots. And I think he immediately knows what's up. Yeah, he turned around. Oh, that's funny. Some grenades get thrown out. Revanche throwing a grenade short range. Falcon might have seen that go across his face. But now Falcon is taking fire from Lolo. And this Huey's making some pretty tactical fly runs here. Smoke grenade thrown. Falcon's going to pull back. Probably going to thick elephant grass and bandage. UH-60 doing some really dangerous air maneuvers here. Flying super close. Pretty much buzzing Op4. As Op4 is now making some pushes here. You got a Vic that was just AT'd. That's flaming out. Saddam and Thomas are on fire. Thomas wakes back up only to feel that burning sensation. Montgomery running in. Small stutter there as Helios disconnects. Poe right here, but doesn't have any AT to deal with that BTR. Noticing the back 2 wheels are stripped because of Olaf's handiwork. And I think this is the beginning of the end, in all honesty. Falcon harassing those 2 guys on the rear, but it's not going to be enough. Dreek taking fire from Sholin, forced to reposition. Poe trying to climb around in here. Found a nice little spot, but unfortunately it's out of the sector, so he's not able to do much. Maybe he can capitalize on the open area as Dreek is knocked out right there. Meanwhile, we have Arcane coming around If the body is on fire, by the way, it still means they're unconscious. Okay, yep, see the fire went away as soon as he died. But yeah, he dead. The fire consumed him. Now there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 guys remaining in the actual sector. And 2 of them are hiding out in this little building. You know what'll defeat that? A satchel charge thrown. Got Oddball quickly flying into this position, avoiding the BTR. And then AT immediately goes in and knocks him out. Great AT shot. Who did that? Was that Sholin? No. Who got the helicopter kill? Carlson. No. Wait. Did Maz take the AT? Yeah, there was a Carl Gustav on the body up there, and he totally just took it and he double tapped Oddball. How many kills is Maz on? He's on 8 kills now and 1 vehicle kill because he's been up here basically sniping people from the top of the tower. What a great rush play to make, in all honesty. I love it. All right, looks like Fred took Montgomery out. Montgomery could wake back up. I don't see a lot of blood here. Is he on top of it? Yeah, he's on top of it. Only 1 shot, though, so it might just been a lucky headshot. Montgomery might not wake up from that. Spoke too soon. Montgomery, finish him. Fred, finish him. Uh-oh. Did Montgomery see his head? No, he didn't. Something's plinking at Fred. It's going to make him pull back. Montgomery looking in the wrong direction, I think looking for where he was shot from. Another plink going on to Fred. Montgomery coming up, finding Fred, and taking him out. I wonder if that was Zombie Sniper. No. Maybe it was Maz. But then again, the shots made it look like they were coming from over here. Maybe it was Omtree as well. It's hard to tell. Otherwise, you got 2 Blue 4 guys hiding there. Muniz hiding next to that car right there. Maz giving some other shots here. He's firing at Poe and manages to knock Poe out. Is he doing that all with a stolen? Nope, he's doing it with his AK, but there's too much chaos for that weapon PID to be construed. Looks like Omtree got one of the kills here. They partially open the door. He quickly shuts it. Despo poking his gun out though, so Omtree starts pressing that area. Explosive was utilized near Martin's position, but that is it. Meanwhile, Falcon on 4 kills. He was able to kill the rest of the guys up here and probably double tap sideways. There's 1 body, there's 1 body, 1 body, and then Despo's body's over here. Daisy with jump scares, you got it. We will switch over to the Daisy server after this match. I'm just going to do some general looting and exploring because it's fun. Never bet against my platoon ever again. Because Korvac was up for command. And he died in a rush. Well, no. Hell, where did you die, Korvac? Just died in the open. All right. Now, granted, the numbers on both sides are actually starting to get even here. X-Ray being the last group to rush in. Again, with any rush plays, it gets really difficult for the attacker because they're forced to go through so many areas they'll run out of smoke grenades. Maz, you crazy bastard. Backwards headshot on Martin there. I rule that as a suicide. You see, on 11 fucking kills. He's in the double digits. I'm going to be honest, without Maz getting those 11 kills here, I think Blue 4 would have been able to hold. So I'm crediting Maz with the MVP for this one. Because, I mean, 11 people, and you're still seeing Op4 getting dropped here and there. Lolo getting taken out by Lurch. And this is Jack back here. As one of the crewmen, actually, for the Huey. He took a PSO AK. So this actually leaves a lot of room for players like Falcon to potentially come in here. And Falcon, he's got a freaking 230 sight on his damn gun. But it's can Blue 4 find Maz here? We're only halfway through the round, mind you. Muniz trying to get some shots on Lolo here. Lurch going to come up, probably try to double tap Lolo. No, he does not. But Lurch spotted by Maz. And Lurch quickly folding in so he doesn't get engaged from that tower. But now they know they're going to have to satchel this position. In all honesty, to get Maz out. Maz going for the climb. That is very, very risky for Maz, but he wants to get into that open area. Grenade being thrown. Lurch might have accidentally hit Muniz there, because Muniz, he does have an enemy AT weapon. He is by, you know, where enemy are climbing up on. Maz halfway up there. I mean, 11 kills on his own. Good God. This building, though, being suppressed. That 14.5 tearing through, actually hitting Despo a few times. Lolo just got shot again. Possibly by Lurch or Muniz there. Some smoke rounds going off as you have D-Bands coming around, or D-Barnes, excuse me, with the 338. Real quick, I just want to check him out. He doesn't have any kills with it. Zombie Sniper coming around, but gets dropped by Despo and a CQC. Despo on 3 kills, but that BTR, and there's freaking 50 cal right there. 2 guns that can suppress him. Maz making it to the top. Quickly bandaging himself, because I think wounds do reopen. He'll be able to get on the rooftop and just look over and try to hit people. Falcon has died. I don't know what got him. Where was Falcon? He got picked off over here on 4 kills. I think Lolo or Maz got him. No, Maz is still on 11. Yeah, he's shooting at the body right there. That body's been there the entire game. It was one of the first people picked off. All right, so it's just Despo and Muniz in the sector. Lurch, because he's in the vehicle, he doesn't technically count as being in the sector, but Jack might rejoin. This is going to get very, very close. I'm going to be honest, I don't think nades are going to detonate when they hit the ground. I think they'll be slightly above the ground, but if he correctly PIDs that there's people down there, he could send stuff down. Now Lurch is going to come in and breach and potentially start climbing this tower. Oh my god. Ash coming around, putting some shots over at Barnes, and Genry actually gets Barnes there. Grenade being thrown, Genry being flanked by Muniz. Grenade wasn't even close. Op4 might still lose this match, in all honesty. The one issue they have is this BTR, but Muniz, he does have a law right there. And Lurch, no, okay, I don't know where that RPG 26 went. And he got the 50 cal right there. I wonder if he'll spot Lurch. Jack trying to shoot. He quickly turns. Might spot Jack there. BTR might have spotted him. He quickly adjusts, but let's see if that 50 cal can now go back to that spot and take him out. Maz, meanwhile, stuck bandaging a bit more. Might have taken bandages from that one body. You got 4, Falcon. Yep, 4. Not a bad run. I don't know what killed you off, though. It might have been Lolo, might have been someone else. Oh, Jack. Oh, did he just get a headshot by Maz? Is that 12? Let me click on you. Yep, that's 12. And then Despo also got taken out. So that just means it's Lurch and Muniz there. Ash can fold back in, but it's 3 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very tight CQC game. Lolo traded with me. Lolo bled out. I think Lolo woke back up. Oh, no, you're right. He would have woken back up and then traded with you. Yeah, I mean, that SU-230 scope on that rifle there, that would be a good choice, but his remaining guys are in this tower. So, I mean, Martyrdom, that tower blows up. They win, but Maz is taken out. Ash coming around. 20 minutes remaining. Schultz caught in the open and taken out by Lurch. Caterino caught in the open, being fired at by Muniz and Lurch. BTR now suppressing that second story. Ash is now folded back in. They need, yeah, 14.5. No, they're using the 50 cal. That's naders. Okay. BTR has been dismounted. Interesting call there. Jack here, I think, is the pinnacle. He doesn't have a scope on his gun, though, I guess because he didn't know, but he could get behind this position and take out the remaining players. Chaos could also flank around and do something similar. The one trick, though, is going to be Lurch. They need to find an explosive satchel or something. Yeah, Vic Crews are allowed scopes. Chaos getting a suppressed shot off with that 45-round banana mag. He's actually killed a friendly because he's at -1. When he kills Ash, it would resort to 0. Lurch still up here, though. The smoke's going to stop him. But Maz is above him. Now, the question is, can Maz get a shot on Lurch? Yes, he does. Oh my god, 13 fucking kills for this man and the aircraft Huey kill because he rushed in. Honestly beautiful. Jack coming up, Muniz looking the other way, bandaging. Is Jack gonna spot him? Jack, look right. Jack, right. Jack, right. You're gonna literally walk into... Okay, Chaos is double tapped. Maz, I think, fired up from the window there. So he's got a view of this area when the smoke clears. Muniz still in the sector, just on the edge. When that smoke runs out, though, I wonder if Maz can see him from that freaking window. That's hilarious. Jack got knocked out somehow. But Chaos with 45-round mags. Why is Naders firing up at him? He's the other suppressed shooter. Jack wakes back up. Can Muniz survive in 17 minutes? It's Max Rihato, baby, and he's climbing back down. Maz Rihato. Oh my god. Yep, he's going to displace, he's going to hug the edge of this scenario. If he area, excuse me. If he leaves this sector, though, he's screwed. But he's got to basically play cat and mouse with 5 players. 6 players, because Chult just woke back up. Can Muniz get him? Gets Naders knocked out. He doesn't see Chult moving, but Maz spots him! 14 fucking kills for Maz. 1 helicopter kill. And he does a victory jump. Oh my god. 14 freaking kills. That was close, but again, if Maz didn't get those 14 kills, I don't think Op4 would have won. Because rush plays are really, really reliant on shock and awe, but wow. That was great. Alright, that is going to be it for FNF. I am going to get off of Arma and go play some DayZ. Put on my audio jump snippets as well. So I'm going to transfer all of my commands over. So give me 1 second. But if you're here for that, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. And the rest, cheers, and have a good one.